Studio in South Florida, Twist Gaming. Featuring lead broadcaster, Matt Koza. Co-host and creative genius, Josh Perry. Co-host and interviewer extraordinaire, Ann Lazito. Co-host and marketing mogul, Aaron Murphy. With appearances from special guest, Lucy. Welcome to Twist Gaming, where you get to play board games with us.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. This is Twist Gaming, where you get to play board games with us. We're coming to you live here from our studio, kind of, in South Florida. I'm not here.
Scattered
Josh is
across
at the studio.
I mean,
scattered across South
we're
Florida.
all technically South Florida.
Yeah,
We are
we're
South
in our
Florida?
own home studios in South Florida. Let's say that way. Bringing you another episode of Twitch Plays Middara, where we do an ongoing campaign of Middara, the unintentional Malum by who, Josh?
Succubus Publishing.
I like that you messed up the
he-
word publishing.
Not succubus.
Full
He's
remote
getting
play
better
today.
and better. Oh yeah.
He is.
Oh,
he
this
is.
has got to go elsewhere.
So, really quickly, this is an ongoing cooperative campaign with you fine folks at home rolling the dice with us, making decisions, killing stuff, and shanking trees with pocket knives. Right?
Yeah.
It's good.
So,
does
before
it
we go
work?
any further, does what work?
The exclamation mark.
PandaBot's not
Middara.
responding, so PandaBot knocked me
I don't
down.
know.
I will fix that.
You know, it's funny.
I will fix that in a minute. Let's start reading the story, and I have a break where I don't read for like 3 pages. So,
Well, hold on.
I'll
Who
get
were
to it.
we? I'm Matt.
It says
Oh,
Nona
yeah.
Arms. I'm Josh.
Well, I'm also Aunt's Nona Arms. Yeah, that's true.
You're such a hater. Did you tweet? Is that what your name is? I just noticed that. I hate you a lot.
What's your name?
I said Ann,
Oh, I didn't hear
and
you.
then he said Josh, and now you're on the remote delay mentally.
Whatever. It's weird. I mean, mentally, I'm always on a delay. It's fine. And we are doing Twitch Plays Middara. So, Josh, what happened on the last episode of Twitch Plays Middara?
We found the key in the swamp. We killed the tree to get it, and there's some gatekeepers. And we killed the gatekeepers,
a
but
lot
the
of
tree
gold.
also killed the gatekeepers.
Why
too.
were you? This was the side quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the side quest where Lakshmi asked us to go and find the key. Which
I don't know if she
the
really
tree-
asked us to go find it. She just said she was missing it, and they were like, yeah, we'll go find it for you.
We kind
It
of
was
just
the
took it
key
upon
of her
ourselves.
life. It was her destiny. We couldn't turn
No, it turns
that
out it was
down.
my key.
And Matt got
Like-
a cool chalice.
Yeah, it was Zeke's key, and I got a really cool cup because of it.
And you got Gage's collar.
Oh, that's cool. What does that do?
I don't.
Can you show those off in the camera, Josh?
I can show the collar off. I don't have.
The chalice is probably away right now because Zeke's not in this encounter
Yeah,
today.
The chalice was basically it's a relic, and if you flip it, you get a free move action. Like it's an additional move action on your turn,
Yeah.
but you can't spend additional SP to move. And then the Gage's collar
The
is.
tree was kind
Oh, I gotta move
Sorry,
my
go
hand
ahead.
back.
I like that hand shows up in front of the card.
Oh, it's so weird that she's, I mean, I guess she's supposed to be a rogue, right? So that makes sense why it's
Rouge.
dodge, 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 fly, and dodge. But now I have a lot of dodge stuff. That's cool. And that's
So
that's an artifact?
It's a relic.
Relic. So the tree was kind of a pain in the ass because so basically the way that the encounter happened was that everything was fighting everything. So we had Waterloas that were fighting gatekeepers, that was fighting the tree, which was fighting the gatekeepers and us.
Oh my god.
So it was a lot. And the Waterloas got nuked pretty early.
They actually
The tree-
stood up pretty well, though.
Yeah,
Considering
they held up better than I thought they would. They got some lucky rolls. But then the tree teleported to this one spot in the surrounded by muck spaces, and because of that, it basically halved the amount of attacks we can make in a round. So it took us way longer to kill the tree than it should have.
Because you needed more SP to perform an attack move?
Yep.
Exactly. So we were all super limited to attacks and it was annoying. So yeah.
Oh, but you said you guys did so much better without me.
I mean, we got a shitload of gold.
And we used your sword a bunch to flank and kill things.
Yeah. The sword was cool. Mr. Sword is really
Sort of.
neat.
Now that I know how to use that, I think it is really cool. I had to figure out how to use it, guys.
There you go.
I gotta.
Debatable.
Like a folder.
A folder.
So now we're back on our
Josh, we're
main
doing
quest.
story first.
Yeah, we got story first. We got a bunch of story to go through.
Only like 7 pages of story, right?
Yeah.
I like.
All right.
Look, Josh makes us so organized. Except for, wait, are we starting? Oh no. Oh, you. Oh, this is so nice. Oops,
Okay.
go now.
Oh, okay. Just waiting for Anne to finish up her praise of that. So we're on main quest, a dangerous situation, Josh?
Yes.
All right. Late evening found their group gathered around the campfire. After the horrors of the library, even Rook hadn't objected when Nightingale suggested that they take things easy for a while. They saw comparatively little of the few anointed remaining, despite being in their camp. They seemed to be packing to leave, but Nightingale didn't consider it her business what they did. So long as Zephyr helped before he left, she didn't much care what the anointed did. When she saw Justice and Zephyr making their way over, Nightingale thought for a moment that the time had finally come. They'd come all this way to get Zephyr's help, and now she could finally get the Maluma out of her head. Then she looked a little closer, and she saw the anger on Zephyr's face. Justice, by contrast, looked like she'd been crying. Behind him, the other anointed followed in their robes. Rook sat up straighter, resting one hand on his weapon.
I'm sorry, Nightingale. I tried.
Justice began. Zephyr cut her off. You're not supposed to be honest with us.
You're not what? You're not
What?
supposed to be honest? That's not what that says.
No, you're not supposed to be honest.
You are not. Oh, sorry, I misread that. Yeah, you're not supposed to be honest with us. You are not honest with us, Nightingale. You failed to mention certain important details about how and why you came to discover us. Zeke stopped strumming his guitar. He's still playing that guitar. So douchey. Remi stopped
Trying to pick up chicks.
Damocles put down the bowl of gruel he was eating. From the space behind Zephyr, the other anointed came, surrounding the campfire, and all of them, as they moved, they drew in the dirt around them, sketching a simple circle and beginning to add to it with a plain rune markings. I'm sorry. We have no choice. Zephyr didn't sound sorry. He sounded cold. It must be destroyed, and this is the only way possible. Rook leapt to his feet, advancing on Zephyr.
What the hell are you talking about?
Your friend died a long time ago, Rook. I know, that was good. The being that wears Nightingale's skin is a powerful Esper, servant of the Council of Abhorrence named Sharon. If it escapes and it sets Master free, all of Elenia will be in danger.
We already know about the Maluma.
Nightingale jumped to her feet, voice cracking as she pleaded.
That's why we came all this way to find you. You were supposed to help.
Run!
The Maluma shouted in her head as a surge of panic and desperation rushed through her. As it spoke, a cloud of misty darkness congealed in the air just beside Zephyr. The Maluma's form whirled into existence, a form only Nightingale could see. It took horrible, deformed shape, its many eyes watching her. Its voice suddenly became clear again.
You're no match for them.
But the Maluma screamed.
Run, you stupid girl! Save us both!
Nightingale ignored the voice and advanced on Zephyr despite the horrible creature she saw thrashing in the air beside him.
I want to kill the damn thing, not help it.
Nightingale argued.
We'll do anything you say. Go anywhere, find anything. I just want it out.
Zephyr shook his head. We both know that is impossible, Maluma. He wasn't looking at Nightingale as much as he was looking through her. You stole that girl's body, and now you use it to plead with me like a puppet. I will not fall prey to your tricks. The girl was consumed at the moment you took over her body. Despite what these children think, I know there's nothing left of her. That's bullshit, Zeke yelled, drawing his weapon. The others followed suit, forming a loose circle around Nightingale and facing the anointed.
Why the hell would I have risked my neck to save your lives from the Lichworm if I were being puppeted around by someone who worked for your enemy?
Nightingale practically screamed.
The Maluma's been trying to take me over, but I won't let it. I'm in control.
Zephyr turned his back on her. You only think you are. That's how the Maluma manipulates. Steals your desires and replaces them with its own. The Anointed began chanting, and power began to fill the air around them. The smell of the campfire was replaced with the stench of burnt ozone, and light began to glow up from the lines they'd made in the dirt, blue, white, and soft yellow, just like Anne's lighting at home. The Maluma screamed in frustration, so loud that Nightingale's ears rang. Josh?
No.
It zoomed towards her, its many mouths opening wide to swallow her. Teeth glittered, eyes watching unblinking, and acidic saliva dripping from its teeth.
Idiot! You've condemned us to death!
It bellowed. Nightingale stumbled backwards a step, shielding her face with both arms and whimpering. The attack proved illusory. However, another second, and the Maluma was gone. Zephyr began circling them as a magical energy field began erecting around them. The rest of you don't need to die here, he said. You aren't infected. Leave the corpse of your friend behind. Free yourself from worrying about her. In answer, Rook waved its weapon. Yeah.
Rabbit season.
Yeah. Rook raised his weapon and charged Zephyr with swift, pounding strides. He crashed through a few of the camp chairs along the way, shoved the camp kitchen aside, and roared like an animal as he moved to swing. Josh?
Roar!
Yes, it actually was the Christian Bale Batman Magic Moo. Thank you for recognizing it. Instead of crossing out of the circle, Rook slammed into it like a solid wall. The light changed to an angry red, sparks flickering out of the ground near the ruins. The Anointed chanted louder, ignoring the attack. Zephyr hadn't even flinched. Well, I guess you've chosen to die with her, Zephyr said flatly. Nightingale thought she could detect a hint of regret in his voice, the first sign of any empathy. Once something triggers that shield, Zephyr explained, it will be hostile to anything that tries to cross. You won't be able to leave.
We'll see about that.
Rook brushed himself off, then swung at the barrier again with all his might. He went flying backwards with such force that he might have fallen into the campfire if Damocles hadn't been there to stop him. How could you do this? Zeke asked, stepping up beside Nightingale. Nightingale saved your lives, and now you're going to kill her in cold blood? Zephyr shook his head, annoyed. Did you not hear me? Your friend died long ago. At least now you can die with the solace of knowing that no one else will suffer because of it. The great bounty will come, and the Maluma will be destroyed, and Elenia will be spared one great danger.
God.
Rook muttered, turning from Zeke.
Zephyr. He's just going to trap us in here. Then just wait until we're died from starvation or something else, and then when the Maluma has nowhere to go, that will bring down the great bounty to come and banish it. All it costs is half a dozen murders.
Your deaths are on your own heads, Zephyr called, his voice harsh. I invited you to leave. I promised you wouldn't be harmed. If you'd listened, only the Maluma would be punished.
Put down the shield.
Nightingale blurted.
I promise not to resist. My friends shouldn't die because of me. You'll all cooperate too, won't you guys? Like hell we will.
Remi glared out at Zephyr. Gage hissed from between her legs, baring his teeth at the Anointed. Yet even the cat seemed to know not to go closer to the shield.
Wait!
Justice pointed at Nightingale towards the faintly glowing white stone that was the section of the Pontifex.
We have the Pontifex. If it can bind and unbind entities, then we can use it to unbind the Maluma and Nightingale. Nobody has to die.
Zephyr's eyes narrowed. We don't have all the pieces, Justice. We would have no way of containing it while we collected them. Without the barrier, we have no way of containing a monster as dangerous as the Maluma.
You are the monster,
Justice screamed.
Nightingale risked her life to save all of us. Her friends fought beside you, and this is how you treat them? I won't let you do this.
She jumped at one of the nearest of the robed anointed, trying to tear them away from the circle. Zephyr caught her around the waist, shoving her to the ground. Justice, you stupid girl! Can't you see evil when it's right in front of you? Justice landed prone, glaring up at him. Fury boiled in her eyes, the same anger Nightingale had seen in Hyde. Nightingale backed away from the edge of the barrier closest to Justice, pulling her friends to do the same. Would the shield work in both directions? Huh?
It says closets.
Oh, it's hard to read. Whatever.
It's supposed to be closest, but it's a typo. But the typo is very funny.
The edge of the barrier, closets to Justice. Zephyr didn't see what Justice was doing until it was too late. Her massive tome snapped open on its own accord, and white light filled the air around her, drowning out the shield. Zephyr turned, eyes widening as Justice lashed out with her Theodosian magic. He dropped to the ground, dodging most of its wrath. The spell ripped through the armor and took some of his flesh, the flesh of his back with it as it passed, striking the shield. Nightingale and her friends were prepared for the explosion. The Anointed, on the other hand, went flying through the air, scattered like rag dolls. Tents and work areas around the campfire had turned into a crater. Smoke rose from the scorched earth, which had turned white and chalky from the attack. Within the shield there had been no damage, though the containment spell itself had been blasted apart.
Nightingale, run!
Justice called out. Nightingale didn't need telling twice. She turned for the swamp and sprinted into the dark. Her friends followed close behind, leaving the campsite behind. Behind them, another one of Justice's terrible spells briefly lit the night with another flash, followed by the screams of battle. Wait! Zeke shouted, coming to a stop somewhere near the back of the group. Justice is still back there! We can't leave her!
Justice can handle herself.
Nightingale insisted, her head throbbing. The Maluma was pulling at her feet, urging her to keep moving. Her heart beat like a rabbit fleeing from a wolf. The trees were closing in around her like walls, and she could barely breathe. She started running, and Zeke's voice faded away from behind. I'm not leaving her! Nightingale wasn't sure who followed her or who ran off with Zeke. Right now, it didn't matter. Special! Justice was left behind. Mark her as unselectable on the adventure sheet. Special! Zeke has gone back to help Justice. Mark him as unselectable on the adventure sheet. Before continuing, the players may choose the active group. Continue to a tiring meeting, page 311.
That's because he likes her.
Just wait till you hear the next story, Anne.
You look really tired and sad, the man said via instant message. Sorry. Nightingale could go no further. It wasn't just the fear, though every time she considered turning around, she felt another overwhelming surge of it. Rather, it was sheer exhaustion. Traveling to Gahana through the Carrion Swamp had been difficult enough when she took her time and followed a well-known path. Running through those swamps in the dark, fleeing from a dangerous enemy who had recently betrayed her, not knowing where she was going, that had been even harder. The mud came in unpredictable patches, some thick enough to steal a boot or make her trip. Despite the desperation, they had to remain vigilant for predators and change direction whenever they encountered anything that resembled a game trail. Like many ecosystems, the swamp were transformed by darkness. Songbirds were replaced with the throaty, guttural calls of unknown animals.
Wait, Joshua, make them. No,
that's not a throaty, guttural call.
I don't.
Okay.
I can't do that.
Those were
Pretend you're
mouth
hungry.
noises, not frog noises.
Somewhere unseen, a large form splashed about in the water. Branches fell from distant trees, snapped by things she couldn't see. They had glowstones in hand, yet there was barely enough light to illuminate the edge of the clearing. It was as though the swamp sensed their weakness and was closing in for the kill. Every one of them had been scraped, cut, and soaked through to the skin. When they finally found a patch of clear ground, Nightingale dropped to her knees, breathing heavily. All around her, the others did the same. They stopped on the first bit of firm ground they'd seen in a long time, where a species of strange white tree had prevented the soil from turning to mud or washing away. It would be a good place for a campsite if they wanted to make one. Dam Oakley's rested on a stump nearby, weapon in his lap and chest heaving from the effort of the run. We're in some deep shit, he wheezed, staring wide-eyed past them to the swamp that seemed to be pressing in, even now. He looked as worn by the trip as Nightingale felt. Josh, did you mean to make the colors so close to each other in this section?
No, not intentionally.
Okay.
Damocles is such a fantastic character. Like, I think he's so great.
I think Padrick is much better. Padrick's my favorite.
He only shows up every now and then.
lines.
There's a whole conversation with Patrick and Suri coming up, which is going to be amusing.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Damocles began wiping away the mud from his weapon as if it would have done any good in these godforsaken swamps. I hate to be the one who point out the bad news, he muttered, but Zeke seems to have tried to rescue justice.
I tried to get him to come.
Nightingale snapped.
He's thinking with his dick and not his brain. That girl almost got us killed. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I mean, she's a little bit more explicit than I would have been, but...
No, she's not.
Yeah.
She was livid and also incredibly disappointed in herself when she left him behind.
What was going to mean for that to happen?
Remi sat nearby, wiping slime from Gage's coat.
But you're right. Zeke wasn't going to leave her behind. Have you seen how he's been swooning over her since she joined up? Damn!
Nightingale cursed. Her anger was being overwhelmed by a sense of smug satisfaction at their escape. The Maluma was pulling at her emotions, making her feel angry at justice. She even felt twangs of joy that Zeke was left behind, and it drove her mad.
What are we going to do?
Remi asked.
I mean, Zeke and Justice are still back there, and we're stuck in the swamp in the dead of night.
Sorry, hold on, I lost the page. Damocles nodded. Take all that and add in what you've just learned about Nightingale's problem. Even if he's the biggest asshole on Earth, on Middara, Zephyr seems to know his enemy. What if the Maluma is really trying to free this Sharon guy? What if he really could threaten Olenia? Nightingale glared up at him. She was still winded, and her words came out as struggling gasps.
I'm still myself. The Maluma hasn't taken control, like Zephyr seems to think.
She dropped to her knees, setting her weapon down on the grass beside her.
The Maluma talks to me sometimes. It's usually to taunt or manipulate me, but lately it's been telling me the truth. It tried to warn me about what Zephyr was going to do, but I didn't listen. Sometimes the truth suits its needs, I guess.
Remi muttered.
It was just looking out for itself.
There was a brief silence then as everyone caught their breath. Nightingale seemed to recover before anyone else, and she started pacing back and forth on the edge of the clearing. Damocles started cleaning the mud from his weapon while Rook stared up at the sky. Even here the trees grew so thick that only the brightest stars made it through. Rook was so exhausted that he didn't notice a bright purple glow grew beside him. Something nudged him on the shoulder, and he spun sharply to one side, raising a weapon in one weary arm. Suri swam beside him, her head tilted to one side in confusion.
I heard you calling for help. I'm sorry I couldn't come sooner.
Rook lowered his weapon, slumping back down against the tree he was standing beside.
It's probably better that you didn't. If Zephyr had seen you too, might have just made him even more irrational.
What is going on?
Suri landed softly on the ground and walked slowly past him through the clearing. She seemed to be inspecting his resting companions.
Nothing good.
Rook croaked.
Zephyr and his anointed decided Nightingale was too dangerous to let live. We got away, but Justice and Zeke are still back there. I have no idea if they're alive or dead.
Suri drifted back towards them, her legs becoming indistinct. Her expression was stern as she met his eyes.
Hopelessness from you, Rook?
Suri scrunched her face.
Well, if they are still alive, I doubt the anointed would kill them. Nightingale was the one they wanted, after all. More importantly,
Remi interrupted, twisting a little to face them.
Zeke and Justice are resources Zephyr could use against us. He'll probably assume they know where to find us. Either that, or he could hold them over our heads, trade them back for Nightingale, maybe. You should go for help,
Suri suggested.
Leave the swamp. I could find a safe path for you to human civilization. Return with allies, and defeat the anointed with numbers. I'm sure they would give up your friends if it was their only choice.
You're right.
Oh, that doesn't sound like Josh. Rook said, though his answer came only haltingly.
Nightingale safety
No,
is our...
his answer is like, you know what would have been a good idea? I should probably go back to the village and get more people to help me.
Nightingale safety is top priority. If we went back to confront them, she'll be in danger. She's the one Saphir really wants.
Excuse me?
Nightingale stalked over, folding her arms.
I'm not leaving my friends behind. I saved Saphir's damn life, and he still tried to kill me. We can't chance Zeke's safety on the mercy of the anointed. And what about the pontifex? Saphir still has a piece around his neck. Completing it is the key to saving me. Oh,
Suri sighed.
Emotions cloud your reason. A few days to gather allies will not damage your chances of recovering your friends or the lost pontifex piece. It might even improve them. Not a chance to do. I don't like
Nightingale
anymore.
folded her arms.
We're getting them back. Nightingale turned to her friend.
Oh. I think that's incorrectly
Guys,
highlighted.
any ideas?
Incorrectly quoted, rather.
Incorrectly quoted.
Yeah.
No,
Damocles
no,
was the first. She's talking in the.
And I like how it's a question mark. Like, they weren't sure. Not only is it incorrectly quoted, it's Nightingale turned to her friend. Guys, any ideas?
Damocles was the first to speak. We need more time to recover. If we try to head back now, we might get killed by the swamp before we even get to the camp. But maybe if we took a few hours to rest, then snuck back when they're asleep, maybe we could break Zeke and Justice free without much of a fight. They won't be expecting us to come charging back right in after escaping, right?
That sounds like a plan to me.
Nightingale said.
A few hours rest, then we head back. Any objections?
Rook reached out towards Suri, but his hands passed clean through her shoulder.
Suri, would you be willing to keep watch for us?
Suri turned away, her voice a quiet, frustrated mutter.
Your decision is on why. But you need rest if you're to continue. I will keep you safe.
Thank you, Suri.
Rook said, lowering his head respectfully.
I don't know what we would do without you.
Suri smiled slightly.
Neither do I.
Flag check. Does your party have story flag experience guide?
Yes, we have Podrick. Now you can talk.
Yes, continue to what you can't have. Page 312. Oh, God, this is going to be fun. Podrick shifted uncomfortably on top of the undergrowth they had set up in camp. He knew a rescue attempt was a bad idea, but he wasn't going to force Nightingale to leave her friends behind. He dropped a bundle of dry sticks onto the ground not far away from where Nightingale was resting. That's rude. He watched her mumble to herself in her sleep, tormented by the Maluma, no doubt. The girl looked so much like Shayless that he caught himself seeing his old friend's face when Nightingale was in the corner of his peripheral. He squatted down beside the sticks, fumbling with a few bundles of moss and smaller twigs, and got the fire going.
So salty. What is your purpose here, exactly?
Wow. Suri floated nearby, her translucent nude figure a little too close for Podrick's comfort. Just trying to repay a friend, Podrick said. The fire spilled warmth across him, and he set up to boil some water. Suri didn't
Why
seem
does
convinced.
Podrick sound like Larry the Cable Guy?
Guess that's Podrick. He's a backwoods swamp hunter with a shotgun. Come on.
An old death? You must owe someone a lot to be risking your life like this.
She squinted her eyes.
Perhaps. Lots of money? She sounds like she sounds like a Yenta. She is...
Perhaps some money?
Perhaps some money? You a gambling addict?
No, Mom. Podrick couldn't help but smile at the strange girl's naivete. Nope, he said, shaking his head. Not money. More like love, I suppose.
How did you pronounce that word?
Suppose?
No. Naivety. Naivete?
Yeah, that's how you say it.
Yeah, we're going to keep that one. I like it. Love?
Suri showed a wicked grin.
She is a mom. for the princess here? You got
No.
a thing for the princess?
Not her. Patrick waved Suri out of the way and moved to the other side of the fire to sit. Her sister. She means a lot to me. We went to the institution together. Even adventured for many years. She's my cousin.
You did not go to the institution together. That was an entirely different connotation.
Yeah.
We were both institutionalized together.
We're both in the crazy house together. Them robes weren't comfy, but the food sure was tasty.
Like this?
Suri asked, looking around.
Leaving danger and death in your... Like this? Leaving danger and death in your life?
Not exactly. Found ourselves getting into more innocent trouble. Patrick knew that was a lie, and his look must have showed it before because Suri whirled in excitement.
I doubt that's true. You must tell me these stories sometimes. Stories of love and
She paused with a smirk.
innocent adventure.
Patrick let out a soft laugh. How about you, Suri? Girl from a forbidden realm helping a man she's forbidden to see? Star-crossed luck. Suri cut him off.
I do not love him. Such silly words from a human. Illogical emotions stemming from such weak character are below my kind.
She snapped out of existence and returned blinking behind the firelight.
Look is simply an academic project for me. A dangerous one, I will admit, but nothing more than that.
A long moment passed and Patrick poured hot water into a metal cup to let tea steep. Wanting something you can't have isn't a good idea anyways. If you're not careful, it'll easily consume you, leaving you unable to be happy with anything else.
Really?
Suri's eyes went wide with concern.
What is this illness called? What are its symptoms? Are you feeling for crunch?
Suri began inspecting herself, and at first Patrick thought she was joking, but she kept looking at him with an intense look, expecting him to tell her. Academic interest, you say? Patrick offered the metal cup towards her. Tea? She just stared back with a look of disapproval.
I will not take your tea or your trickery. There's no such disease that causes this kind of permanent longing, is there?
Patrick shrugged and saw Nightingale move out of the corner of his eyes. Oh, I don't know about that. Continue to Echo from the Past, page 313.
So Patrick doesn't show up for like all the story, and then he has like the best bit.
That was one of the best times I've had reading for Surrey. Yeah.
Justice tore and twisted at the bonds on her wrists, but for all her struggling, she only hurt herself more. Her hands were tied behind her back with a rope binding her to a post driven deep into the ground. The fight had not gone well for her. She had not been willing to risk serious hurting the Anointed, or else it might have ended differently. Zeke had charged back into the battle, but it didn't make any difference. They'd only beaten him senseless and then tied him up beside her. It's because he wasn't flanking them. Justice watched his still body with worried eyes. His breathing was shallow, but he was alive at least. She couldn't believe Zeke actually came back for her, and she wished he hadn't. Justice could handle herself, and Zeke didn't do her or himself any good by staying behind. Justice's tome had joined in trying to protect them. It nearly took the arm off of one of the Anointed as they were tied up. Unable to take away or control Justice's book, Zephyr was forced to wrap it tightly in cord so it wouldn't open. She could see it even now, resting in front of one of the tents, weighed down with stones. Something moved in the dark, something small and lithe. Justice's weary eyes snapped open, tracing figures as it moved through the gloom around the camp. Whoever it was, they knew how to not be seen. They carefully avoided the Anointed standing watch, keeping to the densest rubble and foliage. Justice, of course, said nothing. She hadn't expected a rescue, but she was relieved to see that someone had come. The figure slipped past the edge of the camp, dodging between empty tents. They were coming straight for her. Yet as they got closer and the outline came into view, Justice saw neither Nightingale's horns nor Remi's wings. Justice sat upright, eyes widening as she could finally make out the details of the woman coming towards her. It was Echo, the woman she'd killed, but hadn't managed to keep dead. The grim deacon from the mines of Hyde was here, and she was tied up. Justice quickly considered her next action. The anointed weren't far. It wouldn't be hard to attract their attention. Yet now that she too was apparently their enemy, maybe Echo had come to help her? As Echo had come closer, Justice chanced speaking instead of screaming for help.
"What do you want?"
Justice whispered, her voice barely audible. Instead of answering, Echo quickly and quietly bounded towards her, clearing the distance in a few quick strides. Echo jumped suddenly and slammed her knee into Justice's chest, forcing her down. Despite her small size, Echo's grip was as unyielding as Rook's. Justice tried to scream as Echo pressed down on her with her inhuman strength. It only came out as a muffled scream as Echo squeezed a dirty hand around her head, wrapping it tightly over Justice's mouth. She tried to bite at Echo's fingers, but couldn't even manage that against her mighty grip. Justice struggled for a few moments, kicking out, trying to hit Echo with her bound hands, but only managed to dig the rope into her wrists painfully. Then she felt something cold against her neck and froze in place. Echo smiled down with her glossy, unfocused eyes.
"Good to see you again, friend."
Echo whispered in her ear, voice as quiet as the wind.
"You have something I want. The Pontifex piece you stole from me in Hyde. You're going to tell me where it is. Scream again, and I'll slit your throat. Understand?"
Justice nodded, moving as slowly as she could so as not to accidentally cut herself on Echo's knife. Echo loomed over her, slowly withdrawing her hand from her mouth, though one knee was still pressed into Justice's chest like a ton of steel. Justice glanced briefly towards her tome. It was far out of reach. Zephyr had one piece, and Nightingale had the other. She hoped that Echo would believe her.
"I don't have it."
Justice finally whispered back, trying to sound honest. Apparently, she didn't do a good job. Echo pressed down harder, and Justice felt the world spin as the air in her chest rushed out from the pressure in a choking gasp.
"Wrong answer."
Hot pain flashed around Justice's neck as the blade slowly broke the surface of the skin, drawing blood. Justice opened her mouth to scream, but only a muffled squeak emanated between Echo's fingers. The icy feeling of the blade stopped suddenly as Echo made a quiet grunt before falling behind Justice, dropping her knife. A heavy stone thumped to the ground near her. Zeke was on his feet, standing behind them. He grabbed another rock off the ground, fumbling it with his bound hands and shouting loudly, "Intruder! Zephyr, you're under attack!" Zeke's voice was weaker than usual, cracked and strained from the beating he'd taken, though it still rang clear through the silent night. Justice rolled onto her back, looking up towards Echo as the woman lunged for her again. Without a weapon this time, her teeth snapped madly into a wild grin. How was she still standing after a blow like that? Zeke thought frantically as he tried to dodge out of the way. She was too slow. Echo landed on her with a thud, slamming to the ground again. Justice's head hit the ground hard, and the edge of her vision flashed with color. Nausea and disorientation surged at the blow, her limbs weakening. Justice thrashed in the dirt as Echo wrapped her hands around her throat, evidently determined to finish what she started. "Stop!" The voice came from only a few dozen feet away, clear and commanding. Zephyr's chest and back were covered with bandages, and one of his arms hung loosely at his side. Even so, he stood tall in the dark, silhouetted by the glowstone the anointed behind him was carrying.
"He has it!"
Justice choked, looking towards Zephyr.
"He has it! He took it!"
Echo yanked on her hair, jerking Justice's head to within inches of her face. She was so close that Justice could smell her half-rotten breath, and nearly vomited in her face. That's gross.
He has the Pontifex piece.
Justice repeated herself with a gagging noise. Justice felt the grip tighten on her throat again and briefly felt the panic of her throat closing before Echo went tumbling back. Zephyr sent her into a pile of supply crates with a hard push, and Justice gasped for air. Echo landed on all fours like a cat, apparently not winded from the blow. She looked up, and the light of Zephyr's glowstone illuminated her face. His eyes widened. "Echo, is that really you?" Zephyr asked, voice cracking. Both of them froze. No one spoke, not even the other anointed members. Echo herself brushed some of the dirt away from her shoulders, then rose into a standing position. Some of the madness seemed to vanish from her eyes. Justice pulled herself into a sitting position, scooting away and wishing she could reach up and put pressure on her wounded neck. The steady dribble of blood hadn't slowed. Her top was stained red already, and a metallic smell filled her nostrils. Zephyr's sword nearly dropped from his hand as his arm went limp, staring down at Echo in utter disbelief. "What are you?" His face was as pale in the light. I watched Sharon kill you," he breathed, taking a step towards her. Echo jerked back, holding up a hand.
Zephyr, you shouldn't be here.
She sounded desperate, her breath quickening.
Anywhere else, you'd be safe. Why did you have to be here? Why here? This is the woman who tried to kill me.
Justice shouted, confused at what was happening.
The one from Hyde, the one I told you about. She's a Grim Deacon. She wants the Pontifex for herself.
Echo didn't take her eyes off Zephyr.
I have to find it.
She admitted.
I need it.
Zephyr didn't seem to hear her. "How are you alive?" Zephyr asked, breathless. Oh, yeah, breathless. "Echo, where have you been? Why didn't you come to me sooner? It's been ages." Echo slumped her shoulders, closing the distance between them.
I'm here now.
Echo whispered, smiling sadly.
But you have to give me the Pontifex and go. Please, give it to me and leave. Get out of here.
Zephyr removed the length of chain from around his neck. The faintly glowing white stone of the Pontifex piece dangled at the end. He held it out with one injured arm hanging just out of Echo's reach. Echo lunged for it suddenly, but her hand snatched only empty air as Zephyr lifted it away, out of her reach. "I need to know why you want it," Zephyr whispered, looking as confused as Justice. "Sharon's looking for it. If he got it, he can escape his prison. Whatever you need it for, it can't be worth that. We have to protect it. We can't let Sharon get it." Echo retreated from him, eyes getting wilder and wilder.
Why did it have to be you?
She screeched.
That girl should have had it. I'd have gladly killed her.
Echo's voice was dripping with desperation.
I need it, Zephyr. I need it. Just give it to me, and nothing bad has to happen to you, please.
Zephyr shook his head. "It's more important to keep it out of Sharon's hands. You, of all people, should understand why." Echo's face fell, her eyes going glassy and wild again.
I'll just have to take it then. I'm sorry, Zephyr, but I need it.
Her voice dissolved into mad, cackling laughs.
I need it! I need
it! The sky above Echo cracked suddenly, flashing with sickly red light. Something ripped and tore at the air. Inhuman arms made of strange metals and glittering with many different colored threads reached out of seemingly nothing. A tool hung from each of the hand scalpels, needles, saws, all shining silver and metal. The arms loomed over Echo, following her as she stalked towards Zephyr. What the hell? Oh.
That's what it is.
I like that it has Anne's face.
I am in... Show it again. That's rude. I hate you.
The arms loomed over Echo, following her she stalked towards Zephyr. A pair of alien hands opened, dropping a set of identical daggers into waiting, outstretched hands. Zephyr retreated a few steps, but did not raise his sword. "Echo, please stop. Don't do this. I can't." A few more steps and Echo crossed the distance.
"Won't you fight me?" she
said longingly.
"I remember when we used to spar together."
Echo ran a dagger softly against his bare chest.
"It would be just like that, only bloodier."
She grinned wildly. Zephyr dropped his sword to the ground at her feet. "I can't fight you." Justice panicked, trying to lunge toward them. The rope caught her a few feet short, and she was yanked back, getting only a glimpse of Zephyr's tortured face. "I thought you were dead," Zephyr whispered, reaching out for Echo. He ran a hand across her cheek. "But you're here. How? I saw you die. I saw Sharon kill you."
Sounds like a broken record.
I know. Echo gently took the chain from Zephyr's hand, wrapping it around her own so that the piece of the Pontifex rested beside her dagger. She put a hand on his and grinned, but the smile held nothing but madness.
I'm alive. I'm still alive.
Why are you singing?
This is nuts.
Echo said, showing teeth. She pushed Zephyr's hand away from her face and turned, leaving Zephyr dumbfounded.
You gonna start singing the Portal song, Anne?
Yeah. This was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success. No?
Did you never play Portal?
It's
I feel
hard
like we've
to
had this
overstate
conversation
my
approximately a bajillion
satisfaction.
times.
Aperture science.
I've never.
We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead.
Yeah, see, that's what you do. When you lose it, you start singing.
But the song's called Still Alive, right?
Yeah, it is. Josh, you could do the voice of that anointed member.
Safar!
No!
He had one job.
Still not Jafar's twin cousin.
It was one of the anointed members. Justice recognized Ezra as he reached for his master.
Stop her!
That wasn't so hard, was it, Junior?
Echo laughed, backing away.
You'll thank me for this later. I promise. Once I make you understand, we can be together again. How did I get this? Oh, because the girl. Hey!
Yeah. You should have done, hi!
Hey!
Hi!
Hi!
Another anointed member shoved past Zephyr. She began chanting as intricate magical purple symbols formed in front of her.
You're not going anywhere with that piece of the Pontifex.
Does the party have Story Flag Experience Guide?
Yes, we do.
Yeesh.
Continue to Opportune Ambush, page 316. Loading. Okay, there we go. Oops. Patrick lifted the spyglass to his face, watching the distant camp. They hid behind the wreckage of a fallen building overgrown with vines and small shrubs. That, coupled with the darkness of night, provided them with adequate concealment. They hadn't heard any shouts of alarm or been attacked. Not yet, anyways. Through the spyglass, Patrick saw no signs of motion. Most of the glowstones were covered, the fires extinguished. Yet as he looked more closely, he managed to spot a few cloaked figures standing in the center of camp. As they moved, he heard distant shouts. "What do you see?" Damocles whispered, urgent. "Is it Zeke or Justice somewhere we can get to?" There was a sudden flash of light, bright enough that it stung at Patrick's eyes and caused him to pull back the spyglass, even though through the dazzling afterimages he saw a creature rising high above the tents. It was deformed, monstrous Esper, unlike any he had ever seen before. Massive arms tore through space itself, cutting at the air with numerous sharp instruments. It menacingly loomed over the figures of the anointed. "What the hell is that?" Damocles asked, staring up through the trees. "Nothing good," Patrick replied, turning to face the others. They were all hiding in the undergrowth behind him, gaping at the monster in the sky. "Well, get ready. We got to get down there," Patrick said, glancing back at everyone. "You ready to save your friends, Nightingale?" She nodded, drawing her own weapon.
Yeah, buddy. Feeling like a big shot.
There were no guards to stop them as they charged through the empty camp, weapons ready. The center of camp was a strange scene. Zephyr, the most powerful and dangerous of the anointed, stood staring at Echo and her unholy Esper with no weapon in his hand. Zeke and Justice were bound at the wrists and tied to two stakes driven deep into the ground. They were struggling to escape even as the battle raged around them. Echo fought with tremendous ferocity, driving back each of the anointed as though she weren't hopelessly outnumbered. The Esper loomed over her, protecting her. She could go two against dozens with this monster fighting with her.
What do we do?
Nightingale asked, confused as she surveyed the scene of the battle. "We help the anointed," Patrick said. "Echo's insane. We could deal with the Anointed after we get rid of her.
If you say so.
Nightingale raised her weapon.
Let's get our friends back with the power of friendship.
Continue to Wild Combat, page 318.
Gonna get wild.
I don't have the text for
There's
that.
no text. This is the actual combat. We're done.
I know, but usually there's flavor text.
I'll read the flavor text. Wild combat.
No.
In that voice. Do it in that.
I'll read the flavor text.
Through the wilds. I can't do it. Through the wild disarray of skirmishes, you see the two anointed members bravely fighting against Echo. Your presence causes one of them to throw you a grim expression. It looks like it's going to be a three-way battle with Echo, the Anointed, and you, all battling for supremacy. All right. So, win condition, defeat Echo. Lose condition, all adventurers are defeated. Special encounter rules, we have Echo, the cosmic marionette.
That means puppet.
Matt, you want to read this off?
Your hand cam is angled a lot. Make it more parallel to the tabletop. Echo, otherworldly intuition. The first time each turn that Echo is attacked, dodge. If the attack misses, immediately end the current action. Then Echo moves 6 spaces towards the farthest opponent within movement range. This movement does not provoke break attacks. Then she makes an attack against each adjacent opponent. Is there an opponent adjacent? Make an attack. Follow up, deal a purple die of magic damage, and inflict wilt, darkness, and disease, force 13. Then continue down. Are there at least 2 opponents within Sphere of Influence? Echo has at least 15 damage, and this ability has not been used? If yes, cast a spell 6 against all opponents within Sphere of Influence. Deal a purple die of magic damage, and Echo heals equal to half of the damage dealt. That's nasty. Can Echo move?
I don't think it's
move towards
heals equal to not half, equal.
Half.
Heals equal to okay. Can Echo move? Move towards the nearest opponent. Then make an attack. Follow up, inflict condemn, force 13. Continue down. You gotta move the card, Josh.
I did.
Is there an opponent within Sphere of Influence? Cast a spell 6 against all opponents within Sphere of Influence. Then inflict darkness. Shields give her +2 damage. Stars have follow-up heal 3. She's got 40 health, 13 defense, 6 movement, 2 armor. Her combat dice are blue, and I'm thinking green.
Yep.
And her conviction is green and green.
Yep.
And her casting is green.
Yep. It's very green.
Okay.
Nobody's body is shaped that way.
And then we also have the Soul Stitcher.
Ooh. He's the astral surgeon. Or Josh, what did you call him in the pre-stream?
No, we're not going over that.
What did you call him, Joshua?
Say astral, but kind of mumble it.
Astral?
That wasn't the never, just for you. Okay, we'll move on.
When making an attack against the Soul Stitcher, symbols rolled during the attack are considered non-existent. All stitched up. The Soul Stitcher has immunity, paralyze, poison, condemn. Each time the Soul Stitcher is attacked, it will counter with a range 6 attack. While the Soul Stitcher is on the board, Echo has immunity effects. Is there is no opponent on the Soul Stitcher's initiative card? That gave me a headache.
Is there ain't?
Cast the spell 6 against the furthest opponent on the board. Move the figure onto the Soul Stitcher's initiative card. Continue down. Is there an opponent within Sphere of Influence? Cast a spell 6 against all opponents within Sphere of Influence. Deal a separate green die of magic damage. Continue down. Is there an opponent adjacent to Echo? Warp an opponent who is adjacent to Echo to the farthest space from Echo. Oh, this is going to be annoying. Then warp the Soul Stitcher adjacent to that same opponent. Continue down. Is there an opponent adjacent? Make 2 attacks against a single opponent. Books are +1 damage. His conviction is green and green. His casting is blue. He's got 50 health, 13 defense, 0 movement, 0 armor, and combat dice are gray and gray.
Yeah.
I feel like
we
should
really
have spent
hard.
more time getting equipment.
My equipment's fine.
All right.
You gonna summon your sword hand?
And then we have Bree and Ezra on the board. We get to play as them. So Matt is going to be playing as Ezra. Anne's going to be playing as Bree. And
Because Anne's a woman.
What happened to Remi?
Remi's not on the board yet. The rest of our characters will not arrive till round 2. So the first round is just what's on the board now. So we have the Soul Stitcher, we have Echo, we have Bray, and we have Ezra.
Bray?
So Matt, who's first?
So that's like Bray.
Bray.
Matt, who's first?
Rook.
What's on second?
No, it's a Soul Stitcher. Oops.
Oh, good.
Soul Stitcher.
Up next is Bree.
Rook.
Upside down.
See? Putting
She's
stuff in
got
the
an
hand cam
aura.
isn't easy.
She's got aura of
Ezra?
cynicism, and that makes me so happy.
And last would be Echo.
Rook.
All right, so Soul Stitcher's up first.
Gray is the strongest book die. Blue is the strongest shield die.
It's gonna suck a lot.
All right, so first up, the Soul Stitcher. Yeah. Is there no opponent on the Soul? Is no opponent on the Soul Stitcher's initiative card? And is an opponent there?
No.
There isn't. Cast a spell 6 against the furthest opponent on the board. So Josh, who is the furthest opponent on the board? I can't see the board.
You're both the same at distance.
We are equidistant.
Yeah, you're both 5 spaces away.
I think it's your target Anne because she's got better conviction.
Do I?
I don't know.
You're about the same. You have 2 green.
We both have 2 green?
No, Matt has a green and a red.
Oh, I don't.
He's got an orange and a red.
Oh, that's an orange? Okay. Don't listen
Yeah,
to
the
me.
first one's red, the second one's orange.
All right, and so you're going to roll your dice?
And Josh, you need to
Is
request
mine better?
a casting die from Twitch.
Yep, a blue die.
So it's blue plus 6 against, and your conviction is what?
Wait, is red and orange? How did I get elected?
Because you have better
What's your
conviction.
conviction?
2 green.
Yeah, that's better than red and orange. Because green and red are the
Sure.
same, but orange is a lesser die.
No. Yeah. Okay, great. Fine.
Roll your damn die.
Can I
Stop
reroll
arguing.
them?
No. Oh God.
Can I reroll them now?
I don't think it would matter.
Are
I
you?
told you this is a bad idea.
So it hits you.
Okay.
Josh, you can put the card back in the card cam. See, it's not easy. All right, so move the figure onto the Soul Stitcher's initiative card. So Anne goes onto the initiative card.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
Then it doesn't ever tell you to put them back on the board, does it?
Nope.
I'm really confused. Can you see if there's like eroded rules for this, Josh?
I can't easily do that, but if Anne could possibly do that.
All right, and you can do that.
Just go to the Middara website and go to like the download section, and there's like the updates.
You were saying, Anne?
Matt's at home too now.
Yeah, I'm busy running everything. Is there an opponent within sphere of influence?
Yes. No, because you're a spot too far away.
Oh, because he doesn't have Hemlock and Seer.
No.
Gotcha. So continue down. Is there an opponent adjacent to Echo?
No.
Is there an opponent adjacent?
No.
That's the end of his turn then.
Thank
Ooh,
you,
what was
Jargith.
that? Thank you, Jarkith. 17 months. That's 5 more months than a year.
Right.
I think. Is it in?
Yeah, Anne's up next. But she's stuck in the Soul Stitcher.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means. So we're going to take 5 right now to try and figure out what the hell it means when the Soul Stitcher puts you onto its initiative card. I'm using the Google right now. This is a difficult one. So, Josh, what's the Middara website?
Butcher, but there's not a soul.
It's there's Succubus Pub. If you search Middara, you'll see it.
It's succubuspublishing.com. No, it's succubuspublishing.com.
It's a hidden card, Anne. So it'd be in the hidden pack, the hidden large card pack, if it's an option.
No, there's large cards. Oh, maybe this is what's the name? The number.
I think it's 40. UM40.
No. Page 40. All opponents and figures, page 40. This is rule book stuff. Rule book, adventure book, bounty book, crawl book, small card, medium card, large cards, but it's 26, 27.
You want to go to large cards.
Alternate art. Yeah, no, I know, but it's not there. Water lower, earth lower, Zulfikar, Loyal Esper, hidden large card BP2, Soul Butcher, Water Loa enslaved.
Doesn't say UM whatever on that's your card, Josh?
It says UM40.
40.
Oh, I thought you said you weren't sure if it was 40 or not.
I said it was 40.
Did you break the game? It wouldn't be the first time.
Summoning.
Josh, where is it on their website?
If you go to
Under
download
sections?
and then you go to the update.
Under support, it's FAQ, errata, downloads, and how to play. It's errata.
Okay.
And it's not there.
Is it erotic?
You scroll. You're so weird. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, that's where the large card section is.
Large cards.
And you're looking for 40, and it's not there.
Soul Butcher is the only one that I see that's close to it. I'm
looking at the new updated Soul Stitcher card for the. They still doesn't say anything.
That's really odd. Can you put the card back in the camera, Josh, just so I can read it again, or send the link for whatever you're viewing?
This is what I have right here.
Can you send that
That's good. I like this.
Can you
I'll send it. I'll send it to you. But it doesn't say anything. It just says move it to the initiative card.
It's very odd. So does it just remove her from the battle?
Like it feels
because
like
it only does
then
it if
doesn't
there's
it go
no one.
again? What's
But then it doesn't. It never does that again. So it just removes one person from the battle.
I guess.
Okay, so and you don't have to worry about playing Brea.
Or do you think like when the Soul Stitcher it goes on the initiative card? So when that card comes up, do you think that person pops back out? Like at the end of his turn, maybe.
It doesn't say that.
Yeah.
So I think Brea is just out of the game until we kill him, and then she comes back. That's how I would play it.
Okay.
I'm so surprised that
we break games all the time.
No, that like this is not one of the questions that comes. Like I feel like this is pretty
ambiguous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a change log. Where's the... I'm looking for the...
So like a bump in a log? Or ants on a log?
There's also a... I don't know where it is. I don't see it in here. Oh, the updated pack booklet. I'm going to see if it says it in the actual combat. If they updated the combat page.
Okay. So do you want us to just continue on with it? Like,
Oh, sorry. There's a whole section here on the other page of the book. Echo is backed by a large Esper. The creature's ability may instruct you to put a figure on its initiative card. While here, the figures are trapped in a hostile dimension. At the end of each round, they are dealt a green die of magic damage. An adventurer trapped in this dimension may make an counter action to make a Perception plus Lore 15 check to find the way out. They may not use abilities or take other actions while on this card when the trapped figure passes the check, or when the Soul Stitcher is defeated, or when the Soul Stitcher is dealt 15 or more damage in a single round. Place the trapped figure adjacent to the Soul Stitcher. If it is the trapped figure's turn and their turn, figures use an intelligent card to roll a black die to make the encounter action.
so we have to deal either 15 damage to him in a turn,
Or defeat him. Or I need to make a... You said, what was it? Perception plus intelligence?
Lore.
Perception plus lore, but on this intelligent boss... This is an intelligent boss card. Is this the right card to use for her?
Yeah, it's the right one. I think I'm looking at the... pulling up the update. I think they gave the stats to them in the update.
What do you mean by that?
They put the... they have perception now and lore and stuff.
Well, and on this is a boss card. This isn't an intelligent combatant card. You're not deciding choices to make here, Josh.
This is for your card. It's... Oh. Yeah, I guess, you just roll a black die then. It just says to roll a black die. If it's trapped figure turn, ends its turn, figures use an intelligent cards, just roll the black die to make the encounter action.
Oh, no, what Anne's saying is you gave us the wrong character cards for Brea and Ezra.
Oh, no, actually, no, I gave you the right cards. I didn't read that we were not supposed to play them. They're just boss cards. I read it wrong. So we just throw through them. We don't get to control them.
Oh. So the game plays itself for the first round?
Yep, the game plays itself for the first round. I didn't read that it did that.
Okay.
So we need to roll a black die? I don't understand how that works, though.
You pick up a die and you shuffle around
but, like,
your
what
hand
does that
and
matter?
you
Like,
throw
what
it
does
on
it
the
matter?
table. And then one of his faces show up, and then you take the result of that.
Like, it says use a black die to determine your encounter action. And the encounter action is to make a perception plus lore check.
And there's
15.
no perception or lore on these combatant cards. So how does she get out?
And it says roll a black die to do it, which makes no sense at all.
Because it won't... Well...
Did you break it? So what are you going to do?
Joshua, can you send us pictures of the combat pages?
I'm sending.
What?
I was just waiting for confirmation.
Oh. I knew better than that. Like,
He literally can see what I'm doing.
No, because I wasn't at my computer.
I wasn't looking up at the
Stalking
moment.
you.
So you couldn't see what I was doing.
Oh, Lord. Oh, God.
Oh, my Lanta.
Oh, my Lanta.
Boo, 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 boo.
Okay, so these are the Soul Stitcher rules.
Josh, are there any other rules in the book that you want to share with us?
I gave you everything that's there.
By a large esper, the creature's abilities may instruct you to put a figure on its initiative card. While here, these figures are trapped in a hostile dimension. At the end of each round, they are dealt a green die of magic damage. An adventurer trapped in the dimension may make an encounter action to make a perception plus lore 15 check to find a way out. Okay, these are not adventurers, so that does not apply to them. They may not use abilities or take any other actions while on this card. Okay, fine. When the trapped figure passes the check, or when the Soul Stitcher is defeated, or when the Soul Stitcher is dealt 15 or more damage in a single round, place the trapped figure adjacent to the Soul Stitcher. If it is the trapped figure's turn, end their turn. Figures using the intelligent cards roll the black die to make the encounter action.
Which makes no sense. So if they roll a skull, they don't get out. Otherwise they do? It's my assumption.
It doesn't say that, though.
It doesn't say it at all.
Well, if a perception plus a lore 15 is supposed to be a difficult thing to pass, then I would think that they would need to roll the skull to get out, if anything, if we're playing odds.
I don't think that's a hard check. That's...
Yeah, because it's two stats.
It's two
added
stats.
together.
Instead of like a normal 20, it's only a 15. Because normally it's one stat for 10.
Remi was to do it, my Remi's lore plus intelligence is 6. And I would need to roll a 15, right?
Yeah.
So I would have to roll a 9.
On 2 purple dice.
On 2 purple dice.
Which is about 50-50.
I don't think that it's 9/10.
These are also they're intelligent boss cards that's supposed to be fighting us as well. So I don't think the game wants to kill the other bosses that we're supposed to be fighting. What's the verdict for what we want to do? So we can just keep moving.
Dan?
And does this adventure have any other special rules?
Nope.
I mean, it might.
What's on the next page after the Soul Stitcher?
The story.
Where's that?
Soul Stitcher.
Typically, it's
On the actual... So, Josh, if we look at the actual character cards for Ezra and Brea,
yeah.
Do you see the stats for perception and lore on those?
No, there's no stats on them.
Oh.
It just says use a black die. Typically, it's like a black die. You roll a skull, you fail. Like when you're jumping, you roll a black die. If you roll a skull, they fail and they die.
I'm super confused.
So when a intelligent combatant jumps over a hole, you roll a black die. If you roll a skull, it dies.
Oh.
Otherwise,
yeah.
it succeeds. So I'm using the same rules there. So saying it succeeds and it pops out.
Okay, whatever.
And it ends their turn though.
Okay.
And then we have Ezra, which we'll just put the card in here. All right, so
yeah, that definitely needs a little bit more clarity in the update.
So is there an opponent adjacent? No. Can Ezra move?
Can Ezra move and flank an opponent?
He's
So
got
it should be
movement.
yes, right? Josh, if you move that card off of the screen,
Yeah,
I've got
I mean, it depends
out
where
here so
we
I can just read from it.
where we put Bree. I mean, we could put Bree here so he can attack Echo. And be
Okay,
flanking.
let's do that. All right, so move and flank an opponent. So to flank the nearest opponent possible, then make up to 4 attacks against the flank target.
Okay.
Jeez.
So we're gonna do one at a time though.
His combat dice are what, Josh?
2 green.
Okay.
Don't we have intelligent combatant cards for them?
Yes, but it says to use these cards.
But I think to Matt's point, those intelligent combatant cards would have their lore and intelligence.
No, they don't.
Stats.
They did not put those on there. All right, so he rolled a 13, which meets Echo's defense. Well, he is.
Josh, wait, hold on. Josh, why are you saying to use the intelligent boss cards?
That's what the encounter says.
No, it doesn't. It says reveal large cards UM40 to access the intelligent combatant cards. These cards will be used during this encounter.
Yeah, these are the UM40 cards.
These are not intelligent combatant. These are intelligent boss cards.
That's what these are the cards they told me to grab.
What number are the intelligent combatant cards?
They're lower number. I would have to dig for them.
Super confused by
because this is supposed to be a three-way fight between the three of us.
Okay.
That was the point of this encounter.
Yeah. Okay. They worded this really oddly.
They worded it really bad. All right. So he has backstab, so he gets +2 to his roll. So he's beating it by 2.
Yep.
Which means he's doing 5 damage on top of that, so he's doing 7. He's got 2 shields, so that's 9 damage.
Okay. It's a lot.
Okay, but the Echo needs to dodge.
Okay, so I have a roll black die.
Yep.
So, Anne, explain to our folks at home how they can roll dice.
So if Shush fix the chatbot, you can go ahead and hit the Middara command. Oh no,
It's not how you roll dice.
no, it's not, because that's how you get to the board.
Yep.
So if you guys see the command come up in chat where it says everyone roll, you can hit !roll, or you can click the button for the extension that pops up, and that'll allow you to roll the dice. Anne's only been doing this for about 4 years now, so it's very easy to understand why she wouldn't remember how to do that. So yeah.
Good too. 4 years is like, I'm practically not even out of elementary school at this point.
All right.
You are definitely not playing this game at an elementary school level.
So he's doing another attack. He did 9 damage on his first attack.
All right, so Echo's down to 41 health?
31 health. She only starts with 40.
31.
Yep.
31.
Her
so he
dodge
rolls
fails.
8 and a 4.
So that's a 12.
I thought she dodges on the first attack.
No, every attack.
Let's go.
Oh.
He gets +2, so he's beating it by 1, +5 damage. So that's 6 +2 for the shield, 7.
He's gonna like solo her in the first round. Who does he think he is, Zeke?
I'm confused. So what's the skull for? She missed her dodge?
Yeah, she missed her dodge.
Okay.
So we're down to 24 health. He's going to attack again.
Are they gonna kill her?
We'll see what
Soul
happens.
Stitcher's attacking her, or they're attacking Echo?
No, Ezra is attacking Echo.
Yeah.
What's her defense, Josh?
13.
She has no armor.
She has 2 armor, but he ignores armor when he's flanking.
Oh. So
She
rolled
rolled
a
4
12
shields.
plus 2 is a 14, but she dodges +4 armor on this one.
Yes. So now that she dodged, the attack misses immediately and the current action. So his turn's done. He can't do any more attacks. Okay.
Does she counter at all or no?
No. Then Echo moves up to 6 spaces towards the furthest opponent. Well, they're both adjacent.
Which would be Ezra. Oh, yeah, they're adjacent. Never mind. Can you clear the dice?
Yep. Then she makes an attack against the adjacent opponent. So she's going to attack back. So it's a blue and a green.
So she does counter.
Yep. And then he dodges as well.
And each time he attacks, he dodges with a +1 shield.
Yep.
So she's rolling. What are her attack dice, Josh?
Blue and a green.
Blue and a green.
That's
And
16.
Ooh, 16.
He has a defense of 12, so he's beating by
+4, so 16. So they're tied. So she still hits.
She still hits. Symbols give She has 2 shields, so she does 2 damage.
Okay. So I'm keeping track of that one, Josh.
I got him to 18 health. I got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, 30 minus 2 is an 18.
Is he 30?
So there's that.
Oh, I have my dial slightly rotated wrong. All right. So then it is Echo's turn.
All right.
Is there an opponent adjacent?
Yes, there is. Make an attack. Follow up. Deal a purple die of magic damage and inflict wilt, darkness, and disease. Force 13. So who has got the higher conviction between Ezra and Brea?
Brea.
So Anne, it's going to attack you. I mean Brea.
Well, it's not me.
I mean, it makes me feel better when I say it's attacking you. So her attack dice are a blue and a green. So Chad, if you could please roll. That's exclamation mark roll. And I'm actually going to... I want to sign in. I want to roll some dice because I never get to roll any dice. Josh, you know the link doesn't work on our website?
Doesn't?
Nope.
I'll have to
Told you that like 5-6 months ago. But you know.
All right. They rolled a 14. She has a defense of 13, so that hits. Beating it by 1.
Cool.
She has 2 shields, so it's 3 damage. They do have 2 armor. I forgot. Oh, Ezra didn't take any damage. He has armor. He's fine.
No.
She takes 1 damage.
I'm just waiting until all of the revisions, and then I'll catch back up.
Yeah.
And then the follow-up is deal a purple damage. So we need a purple die to be rolled.
Chat, please roll. You know how to do that?
Roll and roll.
And tell them how to roll.
Now you do the exclamation mark roll, or if you have the extension
we need
on
a
Twitch,
casting
you can press
die.
the roll button, which I've never.
And 2 conviction dice.
Did you just go step? I'm explaining important stuff, and you're just talking all over me. Like I exist, Joshua. I'm a person.
Debatable.
So, ooh. Okay, so
That's nasty.
it rolled a 15 for its spell. They rolled a 15 to defend, but they still lose it. So she's going to cast Wilt, Darkness,
Oh, it's nasty.
and Disease.
I like this whole sit back and watch everybody kill each other thing. I think we should do this more often.
Thanks for the subscription, Self.
No, what are you doing hitting buttons?
Okay, continue down. Are there at least 2 opponents within Sphere of Influence? Echo has at least 15 damage. Echo does have 15 damage. And this ability has not been used.
For everyone to see.
Cast a spell 6 against all opponents within SOI.
What does SOI stand for, Joshua?
Sphere of Influence.
Sphere of Influence.
So the first 3 greens are for Brea, and then it's going to be a green, red, and orange.
Because if I stab you with a spear, I can influence you to do what I want?
Yep.
I wonder if these are still... They're probably good for forever. It will just by February 15th. I should probably throw those away.
All right, so these are really bad rolls. All right, so she rolled a 5, so that's 11, but they only rolled a 10, so they're going to get a purple die. Brea's going to get a purple die damage.
What are you rustling around in?
Sorry.
And then she rolled a 7 plus 6 is
13.
13 versus a 17, so Ezra's fine.
That's good.
And she does 3 more damage. Two.
Good.
All this death and destruction is making me snacky.
What else is new?
And she heals 3 for that too.
Yay.
Okay.
Because,
and then
she heals for the damage she deals.
Yep.
That rhymes.
And that's it for her turn. Now it is our turn. A greater foe. At the beginning of round 2, If the players have the story flag experience guide, read the following special encounter. Thank you for the subscription. I can't. Your Bob?
Pizza making. Why does it say
Pizza
Compy
making
Bunnies?
Compy Bunnies when Matt.
It says competition in the chat, but for some reason it showed Compy Bunnies, and I'm really confused.
I like Compy Bunnies.
Was it trying to like filter out like a dirty word and put bunnies instead?
It put
How?
bunnies instead of
how
tits
is
in the
that
middle of
a-
competition.
I guess. All
I'm
right.
so confused.
Why is the text replacement to bunnies? So
It
you
puts
put
happy
stuff
words.
in there, it changes it to.
It changes the word tit inside of a word. All right. So
No, I still said tit.
when you
I'm
arrive,
confused.
Ezra throws you a quick glance. Worried that your arrival means a new opponent, you signal that you're here, that you're there to help, and Ezra turns to face
Wait,
the greater
stop,
threat.
Stop.
What?
Stop.
Stop.
Oh my God. Well, first of all.
Yeah.
That was rough. Second of all, I have
No, you don't
the
have
way
it
you said that I
because
can't
it's red
see
text.
it. Except for I can read the other red text. So I did have, but not this one, not the way you took the photo. There we go.
Okay, Josh, start from the beginning.
All right. At the beginning of round 2, if the players have the story flag experience guide, read the following special encounter roll. Otherwise, read the special encounter rolls and get them all.
Slow it down 20%.
At the beginning of round 2, if the players have the story flag experience guide, read the following special encounter rule. Otherwise,
Thank you
read the
for
special encounter rule. Get them all.
When you arrive, Ezra throws you a quick glance. Worried that your arrival means a new opponent, you signal that you're there to help, and Ezra turns to face the greater threat. During this encounter, Ezra and Bria
Single,
are
aka
allies.
signal.
When you're there to mingle also. When you're single and ready to mingle.
Ezra gives you a glance.
Hey there.
So now we're here.
Why are you
Josh, I
going
love-
down?
Let's
I love
figure out
that
where we're
Josh
going in the
Look
initiative
up,
track.
Play the cube yourself.
No, I love that he's just like, screw it. I'm requesting the dice.
It's so rude. It's so salty.
I don't blame him.
No.
Nightingale's up
Blame-
first.
I didn't hear what he said. I don't even know what's going on. You didn't even explain anything.
Stop talking. Let him say it. That's your cue, Josh.
I'm setting up the initiative track with us in here now.
All I heard him say was in here now. What I heard him say was in here now.
Where's Mr. Reachington?
Not good for cards.
You just haven't learned how to use them properly.
Okay.
Poor Josh doesn't know what to do with silence. Oh, he loves silence. He hates people. Oh, are you going to explain what's going on, Joshua?
We're doing. I'm putting the figures on the board. We showed up. We're here, ready to mingle, because we're single.
I have arrived. That was beautiful, and y'all just let me do it by myself. That's not friendship.
All right. So we've shown up on the board. We're all back here. I had them roll the black dice to figure out where we go on the initiative track. So first up is Damocles.
Damocles!
Then Rook. Then Nightingale. Then the Soul Stitcher. Then Remi. Then Brea. Then Ezra. And then Echo.
And he said Soul Sister, and I'm so here for that.
Hey, soul sister. Do 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 do.
The Soul Stitcher is now Whoopi Goldberg from Sister Act.
Okay.
That was my first movie that I ever saw in theaters.
So Matt, what are you
My
doing?
first movie
My mom-
was Peter Pan.
My mom took me to go see Lion King, and I wanted to see Sister Act instead.
That sounds like it.
Makes sense, right?
No,
So I'm
Not
playing
like you
as
said.
Damocles, Josh.
Yep.
All right, so I have 3 SP right now to start with.
Yep.
And I just want to go through really quick what my abilities are. So I've got follow through, which is if I've got 2 light weapons, which I do while flanking your attacks, ignore armor. So swanky there. I've got the Guardian Angel ability, so once per encounter, I can heal up to maximum, or I can heal up to my max HP. There we go. I've got the To Faust ability, which is I get Vow tokens when I'm dealt 3 or more damage.
Matthew.
Yes.
What is a Vow token?
A Vow token is a token that you get for specific things, just like that. And you can spend it any time to add +2 damage to your attack. I can have a maximum of 5 Vow tokens. I've got Nirvana's Mark, so I heal 1 at the beginning of every round. I've got In Secret, which is anytime you gain a Vow token, an ally within your sphere of influence also gains a Vow token. And an ally can... anytime you gain a Vow token, an ally also gains a Vow. Anytime an ally is defeated. Okay, so when one of you guys dies, I gain a Vow token. And then I've got In Dreams, which is spend 2 SP to make an attack instead of my normal attack. When this one hits, I gain a Vow token. And then I've got my shield, which allows me to heal 1 every turn, which is super swanky. I've got the Iridium Dagger, which has the backstab combo. And if an attack misses, I can unexhaust the card, and that's a dodge. And finally, the passive on that one is if an attack deals damage, gain a Vow token. So I'm here to gain Vow tokens and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. So Josh, how far am I away from the Space Noodle?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 5 spaces. But I think that's a muck terrain. Yeah.
Isn't it on the board?
Yeah, this is like a bunch of muck here. To get to the non-muck one is still 6 spaces.
Josh, is there any way that I can get to flanking with it?
You're going to be standing in muck to do it.
Ah, that stinks.
And you're going to get break attacks.
It's muck. It doesn't. In the book, it doesn't look like muck.
Yeah, it's muck.
Isn't muck
it's
terrain
naturally
token?
occurring on the tile. There's terrain that naturally occurs on the tile, Lam. The hash
Did you
border.
not send the? Yeah, no. But the hash border I thought was just difficult terrain and not muck terrain. Did you?
These are muck. They
Depends
look
on
very
color.
similar. Just slightly different color.
Yeah, the green is the difficult terrain, and the orange is the terrain. All right, so I guess just put me right in front of it.
Okay.
And that's 1 SP, so I'm down to 2. And then I'm going to spend 2 SP to do my In Dreams. And then I'll attack.
Okay.
So, Josh, is there any way I could roll some dice?
Use the same dice site that we use for KDM.
I don't know what that is.
And can you send it to him?
Thanks. Is a swamp. Muck seems appropriate. It does.
Noodle. Do the noodle dance. Noodle.
Use your noodle.
You didn't want to do this first because you... Oh, hey.
Oh, man, I missed
the
the Heat game today.
I really didn't understand how people were playing sports. I was very confused. How come Remi is the one that's stuck on elevation 2? That's weird.
Because you can fly, and you don't care. You just have to run down a ramp.
Personally, I care.
All right, so what do I need to roll again? I'm attacking with Damocles, and his thing is... I have no idea. It's his...
Weapons.
Dagger, which is a green, and a shield, which is a red. So I'm rolling a green and a red. Green and red. Hey, that's pretty good.
Okay, that's a 16.
All right.
So you're beating it by 3.
Okay.
And your symbols mean nothing.
My symbols... I have a star.
No,
my
your symbols mean nothing
on it. Shit. That's right. Damn. Okay. Damn
the man.
Damn the torpedoes.
Anything
else?
else?
All right. So that's all I can do.
Okay.
But I gain 2 Vow tokens, Joshua.
So he goes down to 47 health.
Aaron, Josh, I really like these little trays.
So because I gain 2 Vow tokens, I'm also... do I have a homie next to me? I don't.
So
Homie?
They're not considered. They're not considered allies, right?
they're considered allies for this fight now, since we had Potter. So you could give it to them since they're allies.
Wait, what?
Brea and Ezra are considered allies now.
They are?
Yes.
What?
That's what I said in the
We're
text.
not fighting them?
We're not fighting them.
No, Joshua, that is
Yes.
not what you said in the text.
That's what that text
What you
said.
said in the text is how you summoned Cthulhu from the depths. That's what you said.
During this encounter, Ezra and Brea are allies.
Okay. Thank you.
But wait,
so-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 6 lines of text. It definitely says more.
That's the
than
last
those
line,
6
though.
Words.
I read the first 4 lines 8 times because you yelled at me. And you guys just didn't listen.
To be fair, Anne just did talk over you for the last line.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give them to Brea because I don't want to kill Echo yet. I want to kill Blob Monster first,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
All right.
If they are now our allies, do we change the cards that
No.
are used to play them?
So they still run autonomously. They would just not target us.
Yep.
Interesting.
All right. So Rook's
All
turn.
right. Whose turn? Rook's turn? Rook.
So Podrick is the differentiation between having them be allies and having them not be allies?
Yep.
That's very interesting.
All right. So
Woo! Because he's a really friendly redneck.
you want
So are
Hazard
you.
The friendly redneck.
So I roll 2 teals to attack. Oh wait.
How do I clear my dice?
Sorry. There's a clear
It's
die
clear
in the
in the
bottom right.
left corner.
The Soul
Oh,
Stitcher
there.
always counters. So before we do that.
The Soul Sister counters?
Yes.
Yes.
So he's going to roll 2 gray dice. Matt, are you dodging?
Yeah.
The Soul Sister looks like
Um,
drops of Jupiter.
He's got drops of Jupiter in his hair. So, Josh, if you could exhaust my Lonely Mountain. Exhaust my.
I have no cards in front of me.
Relations
Just
Expiation.
keep track of what you're doing.
Well, that was just very rude of you, Josh. Just letting you know.
They rolled a 12.
Oh, I rolled a black.
So what's your defense?
Let's call.
Look, it's my sad and depressed face.
My defense is actually 13.
13? Okay, so it misses.
It does.
All right. Do you have a counter on your guy or no?
I do, but it's 1 SP. I have no SP.
Okay. So Rook's turn. He's going to move up. He's going to attack. Roll 2 teals. I rolled an 11. That's not a hit.
Poopy.
He's going to attack me back with 2 grays.
That's how it feels,
these
Josh,
cards
by the way.
Kind of nasty.
I hope I rolled well.
An 8
Plus?
and a 4. So it's a 12. I have 12 defense exactly. It doesn't do anything. I'm going to counter.
Wait, he rolled a 12. You have 12 defense. Attacker wins on ties. Why didn't he do anything?
He does
Josh
1
has armor.
damage, and I have 6 armor.
Why are you so nasty if I'm just trying to ask questions to figure stuff out?
Because you should know
Stop
that
it.
already, obviously, and
That's a much better roll. I rolled a 15 this time. So I'm beating it by 2. Oh, I'm going to put my Nemesis token on it. Because I can.
because I can.
So I'm beating it by 3.
Can you give me a barrier?
Oh, yeah, I can give you...
You don't need
Actually,
barrier.
no, I don't want barrier. Give it to Brea or something.
Yeah, I give it to Brea.
No.
Can Brea have
What?
it? Brea has disease now, so she can't have it.
Oh. Give it to Ezra.
Sure. I have...
How about me? How about Remi?
I'm gonna give
You're
you
out of sphere
courage.
of
I'm
influence.
gonna give you courage because I have to do that at the beginning of my turn, and you are in my range then. All right. I did 3 damage to it. It's gonna counter again.
And if you just want to, take a bathroom break after this counter, eventually he'll be done.
Okay.
A 20. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, that's gonna hurt. I have a defense of 12, so he's beating me by 8. He's got how many books? 4 books. So he's beating me at 8 plus 4 books is 12 damage total.
But you have 6 armor.
I think, yeah. How much armor? I have 1, 2, 4.
You were very emphatic
5,
about
6.
having 6.
Yeah, I have 6 armor. So that's 6 damage. It's his best that he can roll.
What is his stars, Josh?
He doesn't get anything for stars. It's just the book plus 1 physical.
Oh. Okay.
I'm going to use my once per counter. I ignore all the physical damage.
Yeah.
Because this is the worst hit he can do.
Yeah. And then you're going to counter.
And then I'm going to counter.
That
Matt,
is
what are you eating today?
I didn't need anything.
What are you drinking?
Kidding.
I rolled a 6, which is horrible.
Yeah, that was the
gosh,
lowest you could possibly roll. Today I'm drinking AHA strawberry and cucumber sparkling water.
And he counters me now.
Who counters me now?
Do 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 do.
Josh, did you tell the story about the time that you joined a nunnery and helped their choir?
So they rolled a 17, which beats me by
The nuns?
The nuns?
which beats me by 5 plus 3 books. That's 8, so it does 2 damage to me. So
What's your
Can you
health?
damn it?
16, and then I'm gonna counter
There we go.
with my full plate. This is my last counter. I have no more after this.
How does that make you
Fine
feel?
one.
I rolled a 10. I miss. He's gonna hit me again.
Do you like how he answered you? I'm so happy that it's not just me being ignored. That Josh is totally playing his game by himself.
Oh, I want to be.
That's so rude, Joshua. That's gonna be on this
so
video.
They rolled a
Forever.
13. They're beating me by 1 plus 2 books. Doesn't do anything. I can't counter anymore. Last thing I'm gonna do is use my shield to try to chomp them. I'm gonna do 4 damage
Josh steps up to the tee.
to him. Yeah.
He chooses his dice. It's a long shot. Can he do it?
All right. That's the end of Rook's turn. Now it's Nightingale's turn. Twitch, what do you want to do?
Pew pew.
Who do you want to
Pew
pew?
pew pew. Pew 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 pew. I think we go after the Sky Noodle first. The
Sky
flying spaghetti
Noodle?
monster.
Does the flying spaghetti monster give a buff to Echo?
Yes. While he's in, she can't get any effects while he's on the board.
Shadowner wants to know how far away they are from the FSM.
You want to be within 6 spaces.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's not the question.
So how many spaces away are they?
They can move 6 spaces and be in range of both of them. 6 spaces away. With their free move. If they go right here.
Okay. So they're going to do that. Does that put them in muck terrain, Josh?
No, they're outside of muck terrain. I made sure they were in a good terrain.
I don't think that they are in field of view of Echo because it looks like that's a immovable, impassable terrain directly in front of them.
Oh, I can't see the red there.
That more than 6 spaces now?
Yeah, they have to move 1 additional space, so they have to spend 1 SP.
Is that impassable?
Yeah.
Obstructing terrain? What is it?
Yeah. The tree root.
They have their. I'm assuming they want to do. Oh, they have haste, so they have an extra SP. And I assume they want to Doom Break.
You know what happens when you assume, Josh?
And you guys want to gore shot the thingy?
I would assume they would do break. Yeah, I mean, the strategy's been pretty solid of gore shot, and as long as they don't have any misses, then they'll use that. Oh, looks like we got a raiding party in here.
Yell ho.
You shall not raid!
Hello, hello.
That was my favorite. Hello, Yelho. Hello, Yelho. How's everyone doing today? Welcome. We are playing Twitch Plays Middara. It is an ongoing campaign of Middara, the Unintentional Malum. It is a JRPG board game with you fine folks at home playing as one of the characters and rolling dice. You actually stumbled in right in the middle of our character's turn, and you're going to be rolling to attack some people. So you could do that with the !roll command, which Josh is about to put up. So Josh, let's do a pew-pew.
All right, so they pew with a red die.
Yep,
and
red plus 6. And then what's the conviction of the flying spaghetti monster?
2 green dice.
All right, so you guys are rolling for both yourself as well as the baddie, and you can type in !roll, or there's an extension you could download. You can click a button if you don't want to type. I don't like to type, so that makes it easier for me. I rolled really well for your guys' attack.
Yeah, that's
No, you 3. Real good, man.
I think that's a good dress roll.
Do you think it's a good dress roll? Because they have to roll 7 or higher.
What's a dress roll?
So they have a re-roll from their dress on their character.
Oh.
Oh, I see what you're saying. But
I think that's more of a token. Grab a token.
Token? Okay. So we're going to tap the spear, which means you're not going to use the spear this turn. Or, I'm sorry, staff. And then you get a token on it, which allows you to discard the token to get +1 to any of your additional future rolls for attacking and stuff. So, Josh, how much SP do they still have?
3.
All right. And yeah, Shadowner is like, yeah, charge the staff. What are you going to charge it? Tax? $3.99? $3.50?
Does it use AC or DC?
$3.50.
What was that, Josh?
Well, does it use AC or DC?
It uses DC. So 5 volts DC.
Okay.
That's a little bit better of a roll this time.
So they're going to do gore shot, which is 3 damage.
+2 if they chomp their health off.
No, 2 damage.
No, it's 2
plus
damage
3
+3.
if they chop their health. So they're going to do 5 damage to Mr. Spaghetti Noodles.
Mr. Noodle. What kind of noodles is he made out of, Ann?
Noodles, do the noodle dance. He's like Mr. Noodle from Elmo. He's not actually made of noodles. It's just a fairly common misconception because of his last name.
Oh. Kind of looks like he's made of noodles, though.
No, he's made of drops of Jupiter. Easy mistake. Easy mistake. Looks very similar.
Okay, so they rolled a 9 versus a 14. Maybe dress here?
Because they can still use their +1 if they roll better. Right?
Yeah, I'll give Chad a second.
How much SP do they hold on? How much SP do they still have, Josh?
This is their 3rd score shot, so they have 1 left.
Okay. Yeah, need 8 or 9 though, so that's the rough thing. So, Shadowner, do you want to use the dress now, or do you want to just go for just call this one a loss and then just go for one last roly-poly?
Poly. Poly.
Just making you sing all the kids' theme shows today. Theme songs.
Roly Poly Oli was the best show.
Save dress.
It was really
okay.
good.
All right. So we're saving the dress.
This is the last
Re-roll
shot. Unless they do ambitious.
Josh, we're going to do it one more time. Josh, sing it.
One more time, gonna celebrate. Oh,
Josh, who sings that song?
Not me.
I ask you every time, and you still never know who sings it.
This is a fail.
Yeah. It's a fail.
11 versus
Fail
16. Do they want to do
Matthew.
Do they want to do ambitious now?
What? I don't know. We all used all of our SP, right?
Yeah, so far.
So yeah, this wouldn't be a bad time to do it because we all zeroed out.
Is Brea still? Oh no, you said that Brea came off of the Soul Stitcher initiative card.
Ambitious. All right, so they're gonna get 2 SP.
Again.
Everyone else is gonna get 1 SP.
More like hambitious, am I right?
And then we're gonna do it again.
No, and not hambitious.
No. Spider ham.
No.
Spider pig. Spider pig.
Does whatever a spider pig does. Look at that roll. So we got a 13 against a 13.
So they win.
Win!
So they're gonna do another 5 damage. They're gonna take another damage, but now they're gonna use their blood ring to heal fully.
Blood.
And they got 1 more shot.
Okay.
You have to sing the keep rolling, 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 Josh.
Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep pulling.
What?
I don't know.
What?
All right, so they're all
so we got a 10 against a 14.
Okay.
Dress?
Unless
If you could quit rolling that would be real great.
they can use their dress for a
Dress?
conviction check too, though. If something tries to cast a spell against them.
Put a spell on you.
Does they still need an 8-9 to beat it? Or 7-8-9?
Why 6 is afraid of 7?
Yeah, keep dress for conviction. Okay. So that's the end of Remi's Nightingale's turn. It's
Because
the
7 is a
Soul
registered
Stitcher's
6
turn.
offender.
All right.
Hey, Soul Stitcher.
Hey, Soul Stitcher.
All right, so first up, there is no opponents on the Soul Stitcher's initiative card?
Is that a face on the left or is it another eyeball? I'm so confused.
And you didn't answer the question. There is no opponent on the Soul Stitcher's initiative card?
Is there ain't?
Okay. Cast a spell 6 against the farthest opponent on the board.
Which is Anne. So Anne,
Yep.
roll your conviction.
I'm rolling.
Which is garbage.
I'm captain now.
What? My conviction? I don't even have any conviction upgrades, do I? No. So they're both purple. I do really like this tray. This is crap.
Trey.
They
Yeah,
rolled
great.
poor. Matt rolled poorly
Good.
for you. He rolled a 5, so you have to beat 11.
Mhm.
I mean, you rolled a 6, so
Mhm.
you get sucked in by the Soul Stitcher.
Okay, Soul Stitcher.
Now, is there an opponent
But
within?
fortunately,
Yes, Anne?
What?
fortunately, my turn is next, and I don't take the big green damage until the end of the round.
So if you can escape.
Yeah.
Is there an opponent within SOI?
Within Sphere of Influence. Cast a spell 6 against all opponents within Sphere of Influence. Deal a separate green die of magic damage. Continue down. So, how many opponents are within Sphere of Influence, Josh?
4. 4 of them.
So, we need 6 spell rolls by Mr. Noodle.
6 or 4?
4. I said 6 because I don't know.
You don't know how to math? So first up is going to be, I'm going to go around in a circle. So first is Damocles and Cat Butt.
Okay. There's a cat on the table.
Special appearances by Lucy. Go ahead, make that
then
face,
Rook.
Matt.
Then Ezra, and then Brea.
All right, so my
Crap.
conviction is what? Is it just 2 purples? No, I've got a conviction of grid of white. Oh boy, so I get a white and a purple.
I get a...
Oh, I
Wait,
rolled
what are
8.
those rolls for? Are you just rolling stuff?
Lucy, please get off the
Is that-
table.
Why is there a collar on that cat? Is that Lucy or is that
That's Lucy.
Muff?
Josh, get the cat off the table.
Go away.
Just shot put him.
I rolled a 15.
That's good.
They rolled a 10, so that's a 16. That's not enough.
I mean, you lose.
I
Yep.
still lose.
All right.
Matt, you
and
rolled
what-
an 8, so you're okay. And then we need to roll for the... So
Not
we need
okay. I get hit.
2 green dice.
Lucy is the soul stitcher.
And then a red and an orange dice.
Go ahead. Grab them now.
Josh, can you get the cat off the table?
I got him.
Thanks.
All right. Brea, who is the last purple die, which is 9, so 15 is... They rolled a 15, so that matches. And then a 10... everyone gets hit.
Yay, so we each
gets
get a
hit.
green die of damage.
To everyone. So we need...
What are the blue dice for? Who's
The Soul Stitcher hitting us with magic.
Yeah, that's his spell die.
The highest possible spell die that you can have.
Well, that's miserable. Guys, don't
I
worry
can
though. I'm trapped in the void.
I can see your knee.
I won't get hit.
All right, so Matt, you're taking 5 damage.
Yay.
Is it
I'm
my
taking
low?
So hold on. I get a vow token, Josh, and I'm going to give Rook a vow token.
Okay. I take 7 damage. Ezra's taking 7 damage.
How did I get to be transparent again?
So Brea has wilt, so she has to roll a black die and get additional damage.
No, the cat's going to say hi to you, Anne. That's so weird.
Nice. Can I do it? Oh, it moved.
Josh, can you...
Why does Lucy have a collar?
Because I gave him a collar. Brea's going to take 6 damage. She's at 18, so she's going to go down to 12.
Magic damage.
And she doesn't take any additional damage from the thing.
Did you just aggressively answer me that you gave him a collar? Like, are you offended that I asked the question?
Just
Yes.
all right. That is... No, there's still more to Soul Stitcher's turn. He's not done yet.
Clear the dice.
Yeah.
Is there an opponent adjacent to Echo?
Yes.
Warp an opponent who is adjacent to Echo to the farthest space from Echo. Then warp the Soul Stitcher adjacent to the same opponent.
Oh my god, that means I'm going to be all the way stuck out there by myself with Echo. Oh, this is going to suck.
Oh, you're going to be with whoever he teleports. So who do you want to teleport with it?
Ezra.
Okay. So
Because I want Ezra to beat it up.
Ezra's going to go here. He's going to
I can't see
teleport.
what you're doing because it's still on the screen. Okay.
And then is there opponent adjacent? Yes. Make 2 attacks against a single opponent.
attacks.
So it's going to roll 2 gray dice. And Ezra dodges.
Does Ezra have fantastic defense?
It's got decent defense.
He actually wants you to come along on his fantastic voyage. So he warped Shadow Owner. He didn't move into the sphere of influence. What's the text on Aura of Hate, Josh?
Oh, for the Aura of
Mr. Greta.
Hate.
Yeah, it's when they move. So
Yeah, so because he warped, he's safe from it, unfortunately. Come along and ride on the fantastic voyage.
All right, so they rolled a 14. Ezra's got a defense of
Ezra's
12.
got 12 defense plus 1 plus 2, so 14.
It meets. So it's just going to do 2 books of damage, but he has 3 armor, so nothing really happens. And then it's going to attack him again.
Okay. And why aren't you rolling dice with me?
Because I don't have the thing downloaded.
Is the cat really
No,
eating your
I'm done.
microphone now?
Yes, he went after the mic. They rolled a 10. That doesn't hit.
That definitely does not hit. Okay.
Okay, that's the end of the
Are
Soul
those
Stitcher's
life
turn.
counters?
Yes.
Yes, he made life counters with his laser.
I think it's
Okay.
adorable that you got a laser and you're just making everything. Just all the things.
Pretty much all the things. All right. So whose turn is it now, Josh?
It's Remi's turn.
Remi!
Okay, so is haste an ability?
Yes.
Even though it's passive, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Still an ability. Why do you ask?
Okay, so because I'm trying to determine whether I have 5 or 6 SP right now.
Well, you don't get additional SP. You can't go over 5.
Or,
You can't get 6.
oh,
Hey,
Five
video
is
game
a lot.
player. Yeah,
So
that's
4
why there's 5 dots on your sheet.
4 or 5 is what I meant. Okay. So
Man, have
then
you
that
been
means that
cheating
I
this
have,
whole time and playing with 6 SP?
should I have 4 SP? I need to make
It looks like you're trying to grab Anne, Josh.
Please don't. Please. What are you? Why? This is. Oh my god. I need to make the encounter action to get out.
Josh,
What am I doing for my check?
You need to roll 2 purple die, add your perception and your lore. And you need to beat a 15.
So I have 5. Perception and lore is 5, which means I have to roll 10 on my purple die. So I'm stuck.
Lucy can, best can.
you're stuck in the void.
If Ezra could do 15 damage to it, you pop out.
Okay.
All right. So that's the end of your turn.
Who's next?
It's Brea's turn.
Bray.
All right. So first up.
Well, oh, that's right. We don't get to control what she does.
Nope.
So first up, is there an opponent within Sphere of Influence? Yes. Cast a spell 6, prioritizing the opponent who is adjacent to the most figures. That would be Echo. So, Josh, we need to request
Pull me an Echo
a...
so it's a green for Brea, and Echo has 2 green for Conviction.
Josh, you want to grab him before he messes up the board?
I'm working on it.
Nope, he really doesn't. Brea is within the sphere of influence of Ezra. She's got 6 spaces. How the hell is that 6?
What's your question?
Right.
Echo, Josh, Anne.
He's attacking Echo.
I thought Echo transported with the Soul Stitcher.
No, the Soul Stitcher transported Ezra.
Oh.
All right, so they rolled a 7, but their conviction check was at 18. So they're fine.
Okay. So continue down. Is there an opponent within reach 2?
Yes.
Make 2 attacks against a single opponent within reach 2.
So it's going to attack Echo. So she's attacking with a green and a red. Echo's going to dodge.
Okay. What?
You're just so matter of fact. Typity type. Okay.
All right,
get
so
it.
they get a 13, but they rolled 3 for their dodge, so that's going to be a miss.
Okay.
So Echo moves
then
up to
move to the farthest space from the target.
No. Echo interrupts here.
Oh.
With the otherworldly intuition. So Echo moves up to 6 spaces towards the furthest opponent within movement range. So it's going to go up to Knight.
Does Echo have like a one-man band harmonica going across her mouth?
Maybe.
No, it's a funnel like for food
For
and
feed?
then a tube down.
Oh, it's like a feed bag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then she's going to attack Nightingale, which is nasty.
Why is she attacking Nightingale?
Furthest person in her movement range. Knight was the furthest one.
Not provoking break attacks?
Not provoking break attacks.
Correct.
Oh, hey, Lucy. Welcome. Yeah, just sit right in front of the table.
I hate you, Lucy.
Decapitation prevention collar. Ah.
All All right, so they rolled a 13.
Now I want to know if these are a
Twitch
thing.
dodge. Do they have a dodge? Yes, they do have a dodge. Let them dodge. They have a cloak.
Your cloak. Hey, Josh.
Yep.
Can you
I'm gonna wind up on
do
a
something
list.
about the giant cat licking himself in front of the camera?
He wants to show off his licking skills to the world. They rolled 3 shields, so they're actually okay. They don't get hurt. Lucy's giving you.
Josh, grab
this...
Mr. Reachington and use it to beat the cat away.
This doesn't work.
This is what
No, Mr. Reachington.
you guys are.
No, Joshua.
Mr. Pushington.
That's gonna stay broken now.
Did you find the piece?
Yeah, I got them.
There's 2 pieces.
I got them both.
Look is that? Back again. Is that what you really do, Matthew? Is that the cats are terrified of you, so you really are cat control when you're over there?
Mm-hmm. It works wonders.
Maybe if you ask him nicely to get down, Joshua, it'll work.
Waiting for live cat butt licking.
No!
Gosh, lick the
Matthew,
cat's butt.
what face does Stephanie's cats make?
Okay. That ends the current action for Brea, but she keeps continuing because it's a continue, not a follow-up.
Okay. Then move to the farthest space from the target. This movement does not provoke break
So
attacks.
she's going to go run in the corner.
Nobody puts Bray in the corner.
Oh,
Then is there an opponent within range 4?
Is it then? No, it ends there.
Oh no, that's later. Never mind. That's the end of their turn.
Yep.
Josh, can you
Okay.
get a pet hawk?
All right.
Whose turn is it now?
Ezra's turn.
All right, so there's an opponent adjacent.
There is.
Each adjacent opponent is inflicted by poison. Force 13.
He ignores poison, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. Can Ezra move and flank an opponent?
No.
Can Ezra move to be adjacent to an opponent?
Yeah, he's adjacent to one.
Make 2 attacks against a single opponent.
So 2 green dice.
Please do 15 damage. Please.
That's being a single attack, though, right?
I don't know. You're the one with the card in front of you. You don't
I
want to
got
share
it. I will. Give me a second. A single round. So it doesn't even have to be the same person.
Okay.
It just needs to be done in a round.
They rolled a 14. He's got a defense of 13, so it beats it by 1. He does
Shields
1
do
damage.
anything?
Okay, now
No, he gets no icons.
Oh, that's right. No icons. So
I
he's
do
gonna make
have the
another
Nemesis
attack.
token on it, so does the Nemesis work for him as well? Because it's for all allies?
Yes, because they're considered allies for this fight.
So 28 health.
I did also give Ezra a vow token.
You gave that to Brea.
I thought I gave it to Ezra and
No,
Brea.
you switched it to, or you had another one that you got. Did you give that one to him?
Yeah, I gave one to Brea and one to Ezra.
Okay, so I'll do another 3 damage.
2.
Oh, 2 damage? I thought it was 3.
Yeah, it's 2 for the vow tokens.
Sorry. All right, and then now Soul Stitcher's going to attack back.
Hey, Soul
As he counters.
Stitcher.
my
Okay.
face looks giant next to. We both look giant next to Josh.
Ooh, they rolled a 17. Oh, he dodges.
Look how upset Josh is.
They have a
Why are you so
defense of
upset, Josh?
12 plus 3 is 15. So it's beating it by 2, has 3 books, that's 5. So it does 2 damage.
Okay.
Okay, and then
Take a stretch, Lucy.
And then he's going to attack back now with 2 greens.
Who attacks back?
Ezra. Because he had 2 attacks,
What?
right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The cat's getting censored by the Matt name bar.
Good.
They rolled an 8, so they don't do anything. Well, he's going to counter again.
Is it Rook's turn? Is that what happened? All of a sudden it's Rook's turn?
No, Rook hasn't gone yet.
Rook did go. This is the end of the round. Let's not get excited.
I got to roll a black die.
Joshua.
They rolled a
Rook's gonna go again.
14. This actually it can't do anything. It's not enough to do any damage.
You're not enough to do any damage.
We don't talk about Joshua's inadequacies.
All right.
Yes, we do.
So that's
all the
the
time.
end. Oh wait, is that at the end of it? Yeah, that's the end of Ezra's turn. Now it's Echo's turn.
So the bottom line is 15 damage was not done.
Nope.
Correct. So, first up, is there an opponent adjacent?
Yes, there is.
Make an attack.
So they're attacking Nightingale with a blue and a green. They used the
Where's
one dodge they had.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
They rolled a 12. They have a defense of 13, so it doesn't hit.
Huh. Cool. So the follow-up doesn't happen then.
Yep. Continue down. Are there at least 2 opponents?
Are there at least 2 opponents?
She already
within
did
sphere
this
of influence? Echo has at least 15 damage, and this ability has not been used.
She's already used this ability, so this is never going to happen.
Okay. Cool. So that's it.
No, then it's going to go. It doesn't do continue. Oh, yeah, it's going to continue down still. It's just going to skip that one. So can Echo
Are
move?
you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Can Echo move? Move towards the nearest opponent. It's already adjacent. Then make an attack. Follow up, inflict, condemn, force 13.
All right. So another blue and green.
Why isn't that the 2 arrows down?
What do you talk about 2 arrows down?
I feel like there's a lot of issues with this encounter.
Oh, that was a good roll.
Echo's card, it just doesn't make sense with how those steps are laid out and the iconography in between them to indicate, like, can't do this anymore, start here. Like, usually you have...
It needs better
Usually
if-then commands.
Yeah.
Right, so they rolled
yeah.
a 17. They have
Yes.
a defense of 13.
13. So it's beating him by 4.
Beating them by 4.
What-
Symbols
What?
are for every 2 books. Symbols for every 2 book, or every book is plus 2 damage. So it's plus 6. So it's 10 damage right now.
Hey,
Here it
Josh.
comes.
Yeah.
You get the cat?
No. So they got 10 damage.
Matt, if you would quit interrupting him while he's doing his numbers. Hi!
Hello! That's not a cat. It's a Satan spawn. He's an a-hole.
So Twitch is down to 3 health.
Oh.
And then Echo's going to heal 3. So she's up to 30.
Wunderbar.
And then they're going to inflict condemn, force 13. So they need to do a conviction check, which is a blue and a purple.
A blurple?
Blurple.
Blurple.
Blurple. Purple nurple?
No.
What do you mean no?
No.
What do you mean no?
They passed their check, so they're fine.
Look at that roll. Go Matt.
And then
She's going to continue down.
If there's an opponent within SOI, there is. So she's casting against the three of us.
Does it give you anxiety every time he gets close to the minis? Because it gives me anxiety. I'm just waiting for it.
So she's casting 3 spells. They're all green dice.
Against whom?
First is going to be Knight, then Rook, then Damocles.
Damocles!
So I'm a purple and a green. Knight is a blue and a purple.
So rude. Hey, can you please change your name? Also, how did you put that many characters in the name box? I thought there was a character limit.
No, there's no truncation of names.
All right, so they rolled a 7, so that's a 13. They rolled a 13 to defend, but their books have +1 because of the cloak, so their Twitch is good.
Okay.
4 against me versus the 6 I rolled. I'm going to get hit by this. And then you rolled a 10, and they rolled a 6, so that's 12. So the 2 of us are going to get hit, Matt.
Okay.
Gosh, that was
What do we
kind
get
of
hit?
garbage roll.
And we're going to get darkness. I'm immune to darkness, so it really doesn't matter for me.
What's darkness do again?
-1 defense. And you may not
That's okay.
dodge.
I'm okay with that. And do I get damage or no?
Nope. It's just inflicting darkness.
That's annoying.
All right, that's the end of
All right.
Echo's turn. It's Damocles' turn.
Say it right, Josh.
Damocles.
No, I need to take the magic damage from the green die.
Yeah. I'll chat roll a green die for you.
Or not.
All right. So, Josh, I heal 2. So I have 15 health. I'm going to
15?
gain 3 SP on my turn. Because I don't have haste or
that's
anything,
not
right?
bad.
I don't think
I
so.
will take that.
You're at 15 health, Matt?
Yeah, I'm at 15 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't get any of that fun stuff. All right, so then I'm going to spend an SP to move. And can you put me... Is there no way I can get over to where the Flying Spaghetti Monster Man is, or no?
He's pretty far.
Yeah, he's really far. Put me in flanking with Twitch.
You got to move 10 spaces to get over there.
Yeah, no, just put me in flanking with Twitch right now.
Okay.
All right. So then I'm going to spend 2 SP to do my To Faust ability.
You're so lucky Matt's not paying attention.
I know, I'm just... Oh, his agility's too high. You know, Josh gets serious when he hooks his microphone to his belt, like loop like that.
This is not shuffleboard with a cat. This is not. We're not.
Oh my god, this is the funniest thing ever. Okay, so I am rolling to attack right now, so I need to roll a green and a red. That was a trash roll.
You're
rolled
attacking
9.
Echo?
Yeah. I rolled 9.
That is trash. Okay, so that does nothing.
She also dodges, and then she's going to counter you.
Cool.
Oh, no, she's going to move 6 spaces away from you to the furthest opponent within range.
Does not provoke break attack?
Does not provoke break attack.
Correct.
So she's going to go attack Rook. She's still adjacent to you, but...
Okay.
Also, blue and a...
What does that text say? On Echo's card?
She dodges. If the attack
First
misses...
time each turn that Echo is attacked, dodge. If the attack misses, immediately end the current action, then move up to 6 spaces towards the farthest opponent within movement range. This movement does not provoke break attacks. Then make an attack against each adjacent opponent.
Oh, she's also going to attack you, then.
Against an adjacent opponent, a singular.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a 13. That meets me. She has plus...
MEAT.
4 shields. She doesn't do anything to me.
Okay. So since I'm still adjacent, I'm going to spend my last 2 SP and I'm going to attack.
Don't you only have 1 SP left?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I have. Okay, so I can't do anything.
Yep.
You
All right.
already moved? How about you come get me out of the spaghetti monster?
I already moved.
All right, so it's Rook's turn.
Rook. Yep. You're going to run to be in flanking with her, and in doing so, you're going to provoke a break attack, which you're going to dodge, and you're going to counter, and then you're going to hit her.
And then she's going to counter, and then he's going to counter, and then she's going to counter.
No, I was going to see if I get the other guy.
She's going to dodge and run away, so he can't do a counter loop.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I want to go hit the flying spaghetti monster, though.
You're a spaghetti monster.
Yeah, but you're going to provoke a break attack, and then she's going to go and attack Nightingale.
I got to spend 2 SP to move over there. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get break attack against me.
You're going to get Nightingale here.
Chat, freaking Stream Deck stop working.
Stream Deck.
It's very disorienting knowing that you're in Matt's seat when you look over at Matt. Also, it looks like you're looking at him very upset. You should put a picture of chicken nuggets on your computer monitor, and then it'll look like you're looking at Matt longingly. That was funny, and you're not even reacting, and I can't throw things at you to get your attention, which is rude.
How was that roll, Josh?
18. That hurts. Okay. So first up, she's going to heal for 3. Where's her health thing? Come on.
You moved it down when you were showing it off. It's under your phone.
Yep. All right, 33. And then she's 18. That's beating me by 5? No, by 6. Her shields give plus 2 damage.
But you've got 6 armor.
For 8 damage to me.
That's not great.
Down to 2 health.
Could be worse. Cat could be sitting in front of the board again.
You're down to 2 health?
Yep.
Tell me again how when... Oh, no, that would prove your point. Never mind. Pretend I didn't say anything. Matt, clear your dice.
I don't want to.
Not your dice. They're chat dice.
I'm going to drink some juice boxes. And heal 6. So I'm 8 health. And then I have 2 SP left, so I am going to attack the Soul Stitcher.
And he goes, hey,
please don't.
Soul Stitcher.
Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. How do you gain health back, Joshua?
I had 2 juice boxes. I rolled a 6.
Oh, you rolled 6. Very nice.
So he's going to counter me. 2 great ice.
Josh, this episode is called Josh Gets a Taste of His Own Medicine. Everyone counters Josh and beats the shit out of him.
And Lucy jumps on the table. A lot.
And by a lot, we mean a lot.
They rolled a 12. So
is that a churro?
Just hits. Doesn't do anything. I'm okay. I will counter. I rolled an 8. I can't roll dice today at all. So it attacks me back.
It's going to counter?
Yep.
Okay, don't worry, Josh. I rolled, so we get some good high dice coming in here. Okay.
Okay. 4.
Oh, damn. 4.
6. He misses. I will counter.
This is the two of the Spaghetti Monster and Rook just going like this.
I miss again.
Josh, it would be better if you just didn't take your turn.
Oh my life. He rolled a 13. That
He missed.
He hits, but he doesn't do any damage. I will counter. I rolled a 10. So I didn't do anything.
He's gonna counter back.
Yep.
Josh was sad puppy, so I didn't do anything.
Oh, I would have
He's all
given
at that
Damocles courage because.
Thanks. Appreciate it. He rolled a 13. It just hits. Doesn't do anything.
I'm gonna counter one last time.
Sing it,
I rolled
Josh.
a 12, and he's got what 13 defense.
It was very
I get
adorable.
+1 for
Your
Nemesis,
physical
which
reaction
means
to
I
rolling
do
as well. Look
nothing.
how Tony is with the fish. Look at him.
Nothing.
Tony the tiger.
And then he's gonna counter.
Yep.
Josh, the only thing you managed to do on this turn was just waste everyone's time.
I think I died a little.
Although he might actually die right here.
Oh wait, I'm flanking, so I get +1 to my roll,
You do.
and then +2 damage, or no, 3 damage.
3.
Yeah, plus.
So I did 4 damage to him.
Don't forget your bow token.
I don't. Did you give me a bow token?
Pretty sure I did.
Okay.
At this point, I think Matt's just saying that he gave everybody bow tokens, and he just didn't.
I did.
I know I didn't give you one, and I didn't give Twitch one.
All right, so I did 6 damage to
Intentionally, 'cause you're
him.
rude.
And
He
doesn't
attacks me
count.
back. It's a 15.
He does
Beating my
hit you
2
back?
+3. So it doesesn't do any damage.
I thought he didn't counter.
No,
Does he not counter if he takes damage?
no, yeah, it just says he counters every attack.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's it.
I do not like when you counter.
Productive turn.
Okay, how
Nightingale's
much?
turn.
Wait, how much damage did you do to him?
6.
6 total.
Oh wait, I get to
So we
use my
need 9 more damage, and
I
I
can do my shield.
can get out of here. Your biting shield.
Yeah, I do 3 more damage to him.
Okay. If we could do 6 more damage to him, that'd be great.
Twitch can do that.
More.
How much SP do they have, Josh?
Good.
SP is they're gonna be at 4, and they have their Doom Break still.
Use the Doom Break.
Break. How come you made them brown and purple?
What?
What?
You two are like on cue. The life counters.
This is red.
It's red.
The dark red.
It's red.
The Doom
They're
Break doesn't
fine.
break.
They didn't dull break. Doom break. So
Dull
they didn't
break.
break the Doom break.
2 greens.
So we're pew-pewing.
Pew pews.
How much health do they have left?
3.
Okay.
They have a juice box. They could drink it.
They had juice box 0.
That's
No, they still
Matthew.
hit. They still hit.
Matthew, that's an embarrassing roll, Matthew.
They still hit.
You should be embarrassed.
All right, so they're gonna take a
So-
damage, but then heal 2 with the blood ring and do 5
Correct.
damage.
So 1 more health, and then Anne gets knocked out. So they're just going to end their turn here.
And they're gonna pew pew again.
Yeah. So Josh, what's the Spaghetti Monster's health at?
He is down to 12 health.
Oh, they could actually kill him this turn.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting. They hit. So 5 more damage.
Okay, so they're gonna take another damage. So they're on the 6.
Does that mean I'm free?
Yep.
Yep, you're free.
Do I get free now?
What's the text say?
Could you say that with a little bit more salt in your voice?
I just said, what does the text say?
No, you didn't.
They're gonna pew it again.
I mean, it's recorded forever on the internet if you'd like to go back and see.
Because he's a
Place the
juice.
trap. As it says, that, or when the Soul Stitcher is dealt 15 or more damage in a single round, place a trap figure adjacent to the Soul Stitcher. So I think that yes, that I get placed adjacent to it.
Okay. Anywhere in particular you want to be?
Well, Ezra is flanking for Rook.
Yep.
Is there a position where I can be, where I can also be flanking, or that's just the two characters, right?
You would have to stand diagonal behind Rook, but you can't place yourself there. You would have to move there.
And I would recommend you going basically right in front of Rook, because this thing's going to die soon. So then you could actually run up and attack Echo.
That's fine.
Or no, you're going to be right here. All right. And they missed this one. Going to put a counter on their thing.
Yeah, because that's not a reroll one.
No, not at all.
Is the impassable terrain simply that one square? So south of the red route is open terrain? Correct. Well, that's muck, right? But I can fly.
There's some hindrance terrain,
I think
too.
that's hindrance terrain. It's not muck.
Oh.
The northwest side of the tile below it is muck. But the southwest of the tile that you're currently on is hindrance terrain.
All right, they win this one.
Okay, thank you.
They're going to do another. They're going to take a damage, and they're going to do another 5 damage.
You win this one.
And how much health does he have?
2 health. And then this is their last SP.
Be really nice if they hit here. And do you think they're going to hit? Okay, cool.
I'm hoping so. I had to really think about it. I had to consult with the oracles.
Like the ERP system?
No.
So that's a reroll. Yeah, that's a reroll.
All right, so they're at 13. They need to get a 7. No, they can actually
have 2 tokens.
They have 2 tokens, so they can do this pretty easily.
Yeah, as long as they don't roll a 4 again.
They rolled a 3.
Okay,
they didn't roll a 4, Matt.
Okay.
They have a hyper potion they could drink.
I think they should, because if this guy goes again, it's going to start killing people.
Okay, so they'll drink that. They get an SP.
Them.
Yeah. They're going to roll again, and they also heal another 3, so they're at 8 health.
Yay! Give them a little buffer. All right, and they rolled a
5.
Oh.
So they rolled 11.
Oh.
So they just need to use 1 token, and they're good, right?
Okay. Yeah. They use a token, and then they kill it.
They kill it. They don't even need to spend the health. He dead.
We get loot.
We get loot. What do we get?
Is there any special text for killing him?
Nope.
No, right?
Now we could actually hit Echo a little easier. Or it's not hit her easier, but we can give her status effects now.
Yeah. There's text if when we kill Echo.
Echo.
Yeah.
Echo.
Where?
What loot did we get?
Where is the
we got 6
text
gold.
stating the bonus to Echo for having the Soul Stitcher on the board?
It was on the Soul Stitcher's card.
Solstice.
It just said immunity effects. Okay. So that's the end of Nightingale's turn. Soul Stitcher is gone. Remi, it is your turn.
That was a poor Soul Stitcher.
Yay!
I mean, he was an Esper. I wouldn't expect him to carry a lot of gold on him.
I guess. So, and you could go into flanking with Damocles.
I have haste, and I only used 1 SP last time, so I have max SP at 5. I can fly for 2, or I can walk for 1. I have got a movement of 6. I thought I had an adjustment to my movement from something, but maybe I do not. So my movement is just 6?
Yeah.
Okay. So that would mean, what is the terrain immediately below me?
Hindrance.
So
if you fly, you can go right here.
Out. 1, 3, 4, 5. How?
Or
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, No, because that's impassable terrain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it? Don't you need to spend 2 to move through allies?
Yeah, I said if you fly, you can get to here. I was saying if you flew. I wasn't saying regular movement.
Well, if I flew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I can't be flanking from that position.
Yeah. This is muck too. You would have to use extra SP to attack. They're all muck spaces around her or on this side. If you can get to this space. If you flew, you could get to this space and just attack her from a regular space.
That's fine. I think that's the right choice, but I only can do 1 attack then because I need 2 points to attack, which will leave me with 1 extra SP. That's fine. Okay. And
you could summon your sword to have flank.
I'm sorry?
You could summon your sword to have flanking.
I could. Okay, so let's flip summoning, which will give me 2 summoning tokens. Don't I have to use an SP to use a summoning token?
Yes. So you said you would have 1 left. So use 1, and then use your last 2 to attack.
I'll summon my sword. Yeah, that's fine. And then my attack die with my poleaxe and my Zambato are 2 teal and a black. What is her defense?
Her defense is a 13.
So 11 plus what for my roll?
Plus 1. So it's a 12.
And her defense is a 13? Yep. I could re-roll that 4.
Yep.
Never mind.
What did you roll? 4.
A 4. It's talent right there, guys.
Yep. You lose your courage because you missed.
Thanks. I do, however, have my sword on the board.
Yep. All right. So up next is Brea. All right. Is there an opponent within SOI? Yes. Cast a spell 6 against them, so it's going to be a green versus a green and a green.
I'm rolling. Are you rolling?
Rolling. Woo!
Rolled a 7.
So that's a
4.
So they rolled a 12, so they fail. This actually works. So this is going to do a green dive damage to Echo, but it's also going to do a green dive damage to the sword and to Damocles.
Thanks. Appreciate it, pal.
So your sword might die here, Am.
Aren't you glad you summoned it?
Why are you going to kill it?
So Echo is going to take 6 damage. So she's down to 27. Your Damocles is going to take 4 damage.
Okay, I'm going to get a vow token, and I'm going to give a vow token to Remi.
Okay.
You're welcome, man.
Did you spend your vow tokens already? Or you still have the ones from before?
No, I still have... I have 4 now.
Okay. Okay. And then the sword's going to take 9 damage and die. It gets exploded.
Bye, Mr. Sword.
Rude.
Rude.
I'm trying to find an easy QRG for summoning.
And then after that, continue down. Is there an opponent within reach 2? No. Is there an opponent within range 4? No. Otherwise, cast a spell 6 against all opponents on the board.
On the board?
It's only Echo.
This is Brea that's attacking right now.
Yep.
What does this spell do?
Inflict wilt and disease, which she can get now. So they rolled a 7
Because
plus.
what's his face is off the board.
Yep.
The Soul Stitcher.
So nothing happens. Echo rolled well.
Okay.
All right. That's the end of her turn.
Okay. So now it is Ezra's turn?
Yeah. Oh, she has a Vow token, so she could do 2 more damage to Echo.
Perfect. So what's Echo's health at?
25.
Okay.
Now it's Ezra's turn. Ezra's like all the way on the board. On the other side. Can Ezra move to be an opponent? No. Is there an opponent within range 4? No. He just stands where he is. He's broken. Yep. He's not going to do anything.
Well, that's annoying.
Okay.
Because he's only got... Josh, he's got 8 movement.
Oh, he's got
he
8
can
movement.
get to her. Oh, I'm looking at the bottom left of the board.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
no.
didn't realize Ezra was up
He's
there.
up here. He's too far. He can get within range 4, though.
Okay. But that's not one of his things.
Yeah, it is. Last one. Is there... Oh.
No, I know how to read.
Yep. I'm sorry. I thought it was moving within range 4. I read wrong. Okay. So now it's Echo's turn.
Yeah, lack of AI card movement is a weird quirk, for sure.
Is there an
All right.
opponent adjacent?
Yes.
Yes, Damocles. Make an attack. So it's a blue and a green.
Okay.
Against Damocles.
And I've got darkness, so I've got -1 defense, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Never not funny.
And they rolled a...
15.
I have 13 defense.
Beating you by 2.
Beating me by 2.
Is that with the darkness or no?
Yeah.
Okay. And then they rolled 2 shields, which is another 4 damage.
Okay.
So 6 damage total. Do you have any
so I
armor?
have 9 health left.
Well, how much health?
9, but I do have 2 armor.
Okay.
So I'm at 11, and I gain a Vow token. So I'm at 5, so I'm at my max, and I'm going to give a Vow token to...
Nightingale?
How about Remi?
That's a shame.
Okay.
Then what's Echo going to do?
Then follow up, deal a purple die of magic damage.
Oof. Yeah.
And then you need to do a conviction check. Force 13.
All right. I rolled 5.
You fail. So you're going to get wilt and darkness and disease.
I already have darkness. Diseases, I can't gain positive status effects.
And you...
Oh, and it does 6
can't heal.
magic damage to me?
Yeah, it's magic damage. So 6 magic damage, so you're down to 5.
Jesus. And I gain... Technically, I would gain a Vow token here, so I can still give a Vow token.
Yep.
So I'm going to give one to... Who else is in my SOI? I can't see.
Nightingale's right next to you, too.
I'll give one to Nightingale then.
Okay. Clear the dice out. And then... Now she continues down. Are there at least 2 opponents within... no, that already can't do that. Can Echo move? Move towards the nearest opponent. You are already...
That's me.
Yeah, and then she's going to make attack.
Oh, yay.
Do you have a dodge?
Don't die, Smith. Yeah, I do. I'm going to dodge here. Thank you for the reminder. 3 shields, so 15 defense.
They rolled a 15. She rolled a star, so
Jesus.
she's going to heal 3.
Yay.
So she's at 28. Just 1 shield? No, 2 shields, so it's 4 damage.
2 armor, so 3 damage. I'm down to 2 health.
And then you also have condemned, so we need to roll a black die. And you're going to take damage for each shield rolled.
2 shields, so I die.
Yeah, I thought you were at 3 health left.
Oh, yeah, sorry, you're right, 3 health. So I'm at 1 health.
Yeah. I also had chat.
Don't kill yourself prematurely.
Good, Lucy's here. I knew I was missing something. And is that the end of her turn?
No. Is there an opponent within SOI? Cast the spell 6 against all opponents and inflict darkness.
I already have darkness. Don't worry about me.
So Nightingale and Remi need to... So Nightingale has a blue-purple. And Remi, you need to roll your conviction.
Which I think is just the 2 purples because I don't have an upgrade. Oh, good. A 1 and a 5.
You have darkness.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Which is just -1 defense. And no dodge.
Mm-hmm. Chat rolled a 12. 13, they also have darkness. No, they also have +1 book. Yep, they still get darkness. All right. And now that's the end of Echo's turn. She does a lot.
Yeah, she's got a very busy turn. So now it's Dan Oakley's turn?
Damn, Oakleys. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to use my once burn encounter ability to heal back up to max health.
Okay, so you're at 18.
That's a good choice. This is a good time to do that.
I think it's a very, very good time to do it.
Wise.
Oh,
all right,
no,
so
no, you
I'm
may not
at-
have positive effects or remove damage or other effects because of disease. So you're at 1 health, Matt. You can't do it.
Thanks, pal. All right, so I'm going to attack. I'm going to use my, was it to Faust ability?
You could have
that's
probably...
Huh?
Chad was asking if they could use the dress for that too. They probably could have.
Oh.
But their roll was actually, I think,
All right.
decently.
All right, I rolled a 16.
16, that's going to hit. You beat it by 3.
Okay.
What do you get for symbols? Oh, she dodges, so I got to check that.
I'm sorry, Josh. I actually should have taken 2 less damage because my Ablation's Expiation has, if you don't roll a skull, add +2 shields. So I'm at 3 health.
Okay.
Okay, so she's rolling.
Yeah, her dodge failed, so you're doing 3
Yeah.
damage to her.
Okay, so then... Oh, I'm not flanking her. God damn it. I
Use
rolled a
all
star,
5.
so that's +3 physical damage.
So 6, and then you're going to use all 5 of your vow tokens?
I'm going to use all 5 of my vow tokens.
16 damage?
Sounds good to me. Okay, so because I hit and wounded, I would gain 2 vow tokens. I couldn't gain the first
have
one.
courage. So you get plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more damage.
Okay. So 21 damage.
Yep.
What's she at?
She's at 7 health left.
All right, so I would have gained 2 vow tokens, so I'm going to give 1 to Remi, 1 to Nightingale.
All right, so you get 2 vow tokens, and then you hand 2 out?
How many vow
technically
tokens
can't-
can you have? Hold.
5.
But I thought
3 for normies and 5 for me.
But you just spent them all. So do you spend them before you
so
get them?
I couldn't get the first one because it's when you hit, not when you wound.
Okay.
So I
You
have
got
1
one.
vow token
All
right
right.
now. So then I am going to attack again.
Okay.
Why not? Okay. So I'm going to roll a boop and a boop. Oh, I rolled a 9.
That's a miss.
That is a miss.
So you're going to lose your courage. And then she's going to move up to 6 spaces towards the furthest opponent. So she's going to run up to Rook and attack Rook. With the blue and a green.
I'm okay. I'm okay with this decision because Rook's probably going to be fine, and then he's going to counter. And
I have no counters right now.
Oh, really?
How do you not have any counters?
Because I spent them all.
How much health does she have left?
7.
Oh my Lanta.
Oh, that's nasty. All right, she heals 6. She's at 13 health now. That is 19. I have a defense of 12, so it's beating me by 7.
Got 6 armor.
So it's doing 1 damage. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 shields. So it's another 8 damage. So it's 9 damage. I have 8 health left, so I'm dead.
Okay.
Okay. That's a thing that happens.
And it would have been Rook's turn, but he's dead. So it is now Nightingale's turn.
Nightingale's gonna pew pew on these MFers.
Well, they're going to roll their black die to see and get their Doom Break. And then they're going to go pew pew.
All right.
Doom Break doesn't break. They rolled a 5, so it's 11 versus a 13. Dress reroll?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. And they still have 1 token, right, Josh?
Yep.
All right, so big bucks, no whammies, maybe?
Same thing.
Same
So
thing.
add
So
another
tap
token?
the spear.
And try again.
They get another token. Heart of the cards. Heart of the dice. Something?
3.
Yes.
So that's a 9
Huh.
versus a 15.
It's gonna miss. Yeah. Okay, cool. How many SP do they have?
3 left.
How much health does she have left?
13.
How much health do they have left?
8. There we go. They hit this time.
That's a little better.
So you're going to do 5 damage. They have 2 Vow tokens, so that's going to do 9 damage.
Yay.
So she's down to 4 health.
Use their blood ring.
They're going to use their blood ring to heal. So they go up to 9. Two SP left.
They just need to hit once, right?
Yep.
It's the final countdown.
And they still me and Ezra. She could be dead. It'll be fine. Oh.
Last one.
That's garbage.
You're garbage. I mean,
Space garbage.
Roll a 4, so it's a 10.
against a
10! It's enough.
10. They beat it. She's dead.
Beat it. She's dead.
What do we get, Josh?
Oh, we got to read
Tell
some
them we
text.
won. We get loot, too.
All right. When Echo would be
us that
defeated, read the following hidden text. Echo grasps at the horrible gash in her side. The wound looks fatal, but she still stands. If the Soul Stitcher has not been defeated, read the section below. He's
Too
been
bad.
defeated. Reward. Each party member gains 1 XP. Continue to Pontifex be gone.
Yeah, we're not reading that now.
No, we're not. I don't have it.
Josh, what would have happened if it was still alive? Just out of
It
curiosity.
fully heals Echo, and as long as the Soul Stitcher are alive, every time you kill Echo, it will fully heal her.
Oh, that's really nasty.
Yeah.
So there's lore as I was digging around with the Soul Stitcher. I don't know if I should read it now. I don't know if it's background lore, if we'll run into it. Never mind. It's real cool. It's interesting.
So it's the Space Doctor.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
We
All
got
right,
8
so
gold.
thank you all for joining us today. This is going to conclude today's episode of Twitch Plays Middara. Please join us next week as we continue on and do, what was the story, Josh?
Pontifex be gone.
Pontifex be gone.
Pontifex be gone. So also join our upcoming streams. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we're continuing our playthrough of Twitch Plays Kingdom Death, where you guys get to roll some dice with us. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and most importantly, chat with us in our Discord channel, where sometimes Matt posts pictures of steampunk robotic vacuums.
What?
If you were in Discord, you would know, Anne.
Yeah.
I would.
Make sure if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Gaming.
Yes, it's
Twitch.
No, it's Prime Gaming.
Prime Gaming, which means you get one free sub every month, and we'd love it if you used it on us. Josh, what's a sub?
It's a sandwich you get from like Subway or Quiznos or Publix or Las Spadas that has like meat and veggies in it, typically. Or a hot dog.
Yeah.
Except if you're Joshua and don't eat vegetables.
Or subs.
Chicken tendy sub? You would eat a chicken tendy sub.
I'm not a huge...
No, he doesn't like their tendy subs because he's a freak.
Look at that face! Look at how judgmental you are in just your face.
All right. Anything else that either of you two want to say this evening?
That's it for me.
I really missed hanging out with you guys, and I had fun playing this game.
See, my cat's bothering me now, too.
Would I eat a tendy
Would you
casserole?
eat a tendy calzone?
Oh. Is that say calzone? Yeah. Maybe. That sounds
What did
good.
you think?
Oh!
I don't know.
Oh! I have an update on the worm. Okay, so look, I was fortunate enough to be on a show. Our friend Jess runs a show for Girls Talk on heavy cardboard, and I got to go and hang out with her. And then I brought up the worm, right? How we still have to do our worm recording videos. And it just so happened that Ed had a conversation about how he could totally do the worm. So when we do our worm videos, we need to tag Heavy Cardboard and Ed in the video and challenge him to follow up the video.
Oh, I like it. Hashtag do the worm challenge. Cat butthole.
We're gonna make it the next viral board game video set activity. It's gonna be great.
Cat butthole.
You're dumb.
All right, so thank you all for joining us today. That's going to conclude today's episode. As usual, I'm Matt.
The man.
Josh.
Good night.
Good night.